Welcome to the Fantasy Audiobook. Global Awakening. Become invincible from the moment you obtain the Soul-Zanbing sword. Chapter 41. Giant aliens, able to destroy the city walls built by the three cities with great effort. The entire Golden Rock Castle's underground defenses are amazing. Those monsters, and aliens that can escape from the ground cannot enter the castle through the underground. But there is still a limit to what the city wall can bear. Roar. A deafening roar. It can spread almost throughout the entire Golden Rock Castle. Outside the Golden Rock Castle, there was a terrifying thunder flashing. In the midst of the thunder, a giant nearly 12 meters tall appeared. This giant is surrounded by the power of thunder. In his right hand, there is a giant axe. A giant alien who can use weapons. This scene gave everyone who saw it a breath of cold air. Especially the powerful aura and the oppressive feeling it brought to people made the 6 war spirits who were taking a short rest on the city wall tremble. Among the giant aliens, those who can skillfully use weapons must have reached the 4th level according to records. At this moment, the chest of the Thunder Giant alien was even more covered with strange lines. This is the Thunder Giant alien who controls this thunder pattern. At least mid-level 4. Among the 6 current war spirits in Jinyan Castle, one of the 2 strongest 3-star war spirits murmured. Boom! The Thunder Giant alien took one step forward. Taking this step, the thunder patterns on his chest were activated. The terrifying thunder erupted directly, attacking in the distance. There is no distinction between friend and foe at all. The monsters, and aliens in the battle, as well as the superpowers on the Golden Rock Castle, were all killed in the thunder. On the city wall, 6 war spirits moved to block it. The power of the thunder decreased a lot with the distance. Although they were blocked, all 6 people vomited blood, could not stand in the air, and fell to the city wall. Horrible, so terrible. On the city wall, those who planned to jump down and join the battle looked at all the dead monsters, aliens, and people on their side outside the city wall. At this moment, everyone was stunned and couldn't believe what they were seeing. Dead, all dead. The Thunder Giant alien in the distance is holding a giant axe and is fully 12 meters tall. How strong is it? Although it also helped them deal with other monsters, and aliens. But they were not happy at all. Not only were all the people fighting on their side dead, but what made them feel even more terrifying was that just this Thunder Giant alien could wipe out the Golden Rock Castle here. It's impossible to win, it's impossible. At this moment, those who hold on to a glimmer of hope that they can win if they continue to fight are desperate when faced with such a powerful Thunder Giant alien. He collapsed on the ground, as if he had lost his soul. Looking back, they tried their best, but still got this result. It's really over. The 6 war spirits were on the city wall at the moment, and their condition was extremely bad. Even if they risked their lives, they couldn't stop the second blow. Cracks have appeared in some places on the entire city wall. Maybe everything here will collapse. In the middle of the 4th level, the Thunder Giant aliens who control the thunder pattern are really disappointing. On the city wall, under the gaze of everyone, the giant axe in the right hand of the Thunder Giant alien was swinging. The thunder pattern on the chest was activated again. The direction of the wave was exactly on their side. But at this moment, a sudden change occurred. A huge lightsaber appeared. This lightsaber was slashed out from the side of the Thunder Giant. Roar! The Thunder Giant is a strange creature, and the direction of the swing of the giant axe has changed. Collided with the lightsaber. This blow collided, and the Thunder Giant took a step back while holding the giant axe. The step backward made the people on the city wall in disbelief. At this time, a beautiful figure appeared in the sky. There are wings of light flapping behind it. Although they were separated by a long distance, the 6 powerful warriors and even some of the battle masters on the city wall were able to recognize the person who made the move. Chu Poetry. She left Jinyan Castle before and went to Jinyan Iron Mine. Now she is not only back, but she has also defeated the Thunder Giant, who was so powerful in their eyes that it was suffocating. How did she do it? Even a 1-star war spirit, as long as its strength is not too bad, can fly in the air and reach a height of more than 10 meters. This is the physical change that comes from it. As for the Grand Master, if you want to fly in the air, it will largely have to do with superpowers. At this moment, Chu Shi's flight relies on her condensed wings of light. It's not too unusual for the Grand Master to be able to fly. What makes them feel incredible is Chu Shi's current explosive strength. Is this really a 9-star Battle Master, a genius ranked 127th on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list? Roar! The Thunder Giant alien looked at the woman in the air ahead, flapping her wings of light, and roared angrily. He raised his left hand and slapped it towards Chu Shi. In an instant, the entire body around the Thunder Giant condensed into a huge thunder net. To envelop Chu Shi. Call out. Chu Shi flapped her light wings faster. Before all the thunder nets are formed, escape. Tiankong lightsaber. A large amount of light converged on the long sword held by Chu Shi's right hand. At this moment, Chu Shijiao shouted. Then it turned into a beam of light at high speed and continuously attacked and killed the Thunder Giant. Phew, 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 almost to the extreme. The speed of the Thunder Giant could not keep up with Chu Shi. The Thunder Giant roared again and again. There were sword marks on his body. Blood kept sputtering out. On the city wall, the 6 war spirits were extremely excited. They couldn't see Chu Shi clearly at all. But they could see that the Thunder Giant alien was injured, very painful and angry. Perhaps, Chu Shi can save the entire Jinyan Castle. In the Golden Rock Castle, the roar of the Thunder Giant frightened the people inside. They have no idea what's going on outside. I'm just praying that I can get through this disaster safely. Stab. At this moment, a strange sound sounded in the distance. The sound was harsh, but then, a raging fire broke out. In the midst of the fire, there was a deafening roar, and a giant burning with flames appeared. The 12-meter-long huge body also held a giant axe in the right hand of the flame giant. The breath is exactly the same as the Thunder Giant that appeared before. Another mid-level 4th-order giant alien. The appearance of the strange flame giant holding a giant axe caused the excitement of everyone on the city wall to be extinguished. One may be able to win, but 2 are powerful giant aliens in the middle of the 4th level. Chu Shi is just a 9-star war master, how can he win? During the battle, Chu Shi, who turned into light, wanted to distance himself from the Thunder Giant, but at this time, the Flame Giant had already blocked the road behind him. Chu Shi flapped her light wings and flew through the air at high speed. However, the alien Flame Giant blocked it and swung out with his left hand. Endless flames rushed towards Chu Shi from the palm of his left hand. In the eyes of everyone on the city wall, Chu Shi was in the air, covered in flames, and did not know whether he was alive or dead. Just when everyone thought that Chu Shi had been killed by the Flame Giant alien, Chu Shi, who flapped his wings of light, rushed out of the flames. At this moment, Chu Shi's whole body was covered by a ball of light. On that ball of light, there is a flame that has never been extinguished. Miss Chu Shi, stay alive. This is good news for everyone on the city wall. Asshole. After Chu Shi distanced herself, she looked at the 2 alien giants confronting her not far away. In the middle of the 4th level, one has thunder patterns and the other has fire patterns. The combat power has reached a 4-star or even a 5-star battle spirit, possessing the level of an S-level superpower. If she just had the level of an A-level superpower, that wouldn't be enough to make her feel troublesome. Roar. The Thunder Giant aliens and the Flame Giant aliens all roared at Chu Shi. The thunder patterns on the chest, as well as the fire patterns, were activated. With the Thunder Giant's chest as the center, the power of thunder condensed towards the giant axe in his right hand. With the Flame Giant's chest as the center, the power of the flames also condensed towards the giant axe in his right hand. They were also aware of the difficulty faced by the woman in front of her, who was flapping her wings of light. You forced me. The pair of beautiful eyes on Chu Shi's pretty face were shining with light at this moment. The aura of the whole person is rising steadily. On the city wall, many people came from the castle at this time. The noise that happened before was really too intense. It gave everyone a feeling that the entire wall of Jinyan Castle could no longer stop monsters, and aliens from attacking. The 3 leaders of the hunting guild all appeared on the city wall at this time. Yanya looked into the distance with a look of disbelief. Zhan Xiaoling and Zhang Qinli had similar expressions. Miss Chu Shi, Yanya murmured. At this moment, Chu Shi's whole body was already in the air, turning into a huge lightsaber. The collision with the 2 alien giants, the terrifying thunder, and the terrifying flames did not fail at all. With 1 against 2, everyone on the city wall can now feel it. This may be Miss Chu Shi's last hidden strength and trump card. Too strong. It's an SS level power, maybe even an SSS level power. Zhan Xiaoling murmured. Now of course she hopes that Chu Shi will be as powerful as possible, because the only one in the entire Golden Rock Castle who can fight against these two powerful giants is Miss Chu Shi. We must win. Zhang Qinli's fists were clenched tightly, gathering extremely terrifying energy there. The collision of light, thunder, and flames. Boom. The thunder giant aliens and the flame giant aliens all swung their giant axes and slashed at Chu Shi. The two giants were alien, and the ground beneath their feet collapsed. Chu Shi turned into a huge lightsaber. At the center of the lightsaber, blood continued to flow from the corners of Chu Shi's mouth. But he didn't flinch at all and collided with the giant axe. The huge energy shock wave over there is rippling over here. 6 powerful warriors once again joined forces to block it. Even though the power on their side had weakened a lot, the 6 people who joined forces to block it still felt the terrifying energy shock wave released. The 6 people's faces were pale, but they didn't care about their injuries at all, and stared into the distance. Light, thunder, flames, the power of collision and intertwining. But everyone noticed that it was the power of light that had the upper hand. And an even more shocking scene appeared. The giant axe held by the 2 giants in their right hands broke, fell from their hands, and hit the ground heavily. The 3 forces of light, thunder, and flame began to dissipate. Chu Shi's figure can no longer be seen, but the 2 giant aliens are standing. But soon, a ray of light appeared from the top of the head to the bottom of the body of the 2 giant aliens. This ray of light directly cut through the alien bodies of the 2 giants. The blood flowed violently, and the 12-meter-long bodies of the 2 giants were directly split into 2 halves, colliding sideways and falling down. At this time, everyone's eyes saw the figures flapping their light wings behind the 2 giant aliens. The light wing has dimmed a lot. The Chu Shi in the air was swaying, as if it might fall down at any time. Won. We won. It was Miss Chu Shi. It was Miss Chu Shi who saved Jinyan Castle. She saved everyone in Jinyan Castle. Excited, the people on the city wall were extremely excited at this moment. Miss Chu Shi's power exceeded everyone's expectations. What about the 2 powerful giant aliens in the middle stage of the 4th level? Miss Chu Shi fought 1 against 2 and killed them all. They witnessed this scene with their own eyes, a scene that they would never forget for the rest of their lives. Death is obviously so close to them. But there was one person who pulled the people of Golden Rock Castle back from the brink of death. Almost at this moment, smiles appeared on everyone's faces. Winning, it really feels like a dream. Yanya looked at Chu Shi's back in the distance in the sky. The news of this battle was enough to scare the geniuses on the list of battle masters in Dongyao Mansion. On the Dongyao Mansion battle master ranking, this battle was enough for Miss Chu Shi to enter the top 20. The top 20 is already extremely impressive, because all the guys ranked in the top 20 are monsters. In their record, they also killed many powerful 4th level monsters, and aliens. Qian Li, congratulations. Zhan Xiaoling looked to the side, Zhang Qinli, whose delicate body was trembling with excitement. The points that Miss Chu Shi could gain by killing 2 mid-level 4th level powerful giant aliens, and the points that Zhang Qinli increased, he and Yanya combined may not be able to match. Zhang Qinli can basically confirm the promotion of the 3 people. Yes, congratulations, Qian Li. Yanya also congratulated Zhang Qinli from the bottom of her heart. Whether he was promoted or not was no longer important in Yanya's heart. The most important thing was that Jinyan Fort was able to defend itself during this sudden disaster. At this time, Yi Xinghe, who came up from the cave in the distance, rushed forward. Chu Shi killed 2 powerful giant aliens in the middle stage of the 4th level, and Yi Xinghe saw it. This woman was very strong, much stronger than Yi Xinghe had expected before. Chu Shi stumbled in the air and fell down. Her current physical condition is extremely bad. That's her strongest move. She can't use this move flexibly now, and it puts too much burden on her body. The whole person is extremely weak, and now even a 1st level monster, or alien can easily take her life. When she was about to fall to the ground, Yi Xinghe hugged her. For Chu Shi, her current mental strength is no longer able to detect the dangers around her. After being hugged, Chu Shi's delicate body trembled and she became very nervous. But when I saw the silver mask, I couldn't help but breathe a sigh of relief and relaxed. Chu Shi was hugged by Yi Xinghe and rushed towards Jinyan Castle. It's Mr. Winter Lion. Mr. Dongxi has also returned from the Jinyan Iron Mine. I wonder if Mr. Winter Lion is capable of fighting against giant aliens like that just now. The people on the city wall couldn't help but start talking after seeing Yi Xinghe. After all, everyone in Jinyan Castle compared the two before. However, after today's battle, people in Jinyan Castle still feel that Miss Chu Shi's strength far exceeds that of Mr. Dongxi. Two giant aliens in the middle stage of the 4th level, 1 against 2, Chu Shi used a method that shocked them to kill them forcefully. Although they could also see that Chu Shi was now very weak and injured because of this. But not everyone can do this. Mr. Winter Lion appeared just now and must have been hiding somewhere to witness all this. Mr. Winter Lion. Yanya saw Yi Xinghe and smiled happily. After experiencing life and death in Jinyan Castle, it felt really good to see Mr. Winter Lion alive and come back from Jinyan Iron Mine. Quickly, help treat Miss Chu Shi. The 6 strong warriors on the city wall quickly urged. Chu Shi was their great benefactor to the entire Jinyan Castle. Stab. In the distance, a strange, harsh sound sounded again. Everyone on the city wall has heard this sound. When the flame giant alien appeared before, the first thing that sounded was this weird sound. Immediately afterwards, behind the 2 giant aliens who fell to the ground dead, thunder rolled and a deafening roar sounded. The huge body covered in lightning could be seen by people on the city wall even from a very long distance. Compared with the thunder giant that was just killed by Miss Chu Shi, it was even more majestic and taller. I'm afraid it's close to 15 meters. How is this possible? It's obvious that we've won, it's obvious that we've already won. But now there is actually a more powerful thunder giant alien appearing. Late 4th level. Chu Shi was now standing firm on the city wall. There were blood stains on the corners of his mouth, and he looked into the distance with a pale face. This 15-meter-long thunder giant has definitely reached the late 4th level. In terms of combat power, it is even stronger than the 2 giant aliens she killed before. But it wasn't over yet. There was another harsh and weird sound beside the thunder giant alien that appeared. A blazing flame burst into flames. A terrifying hurricane spun up. The extremely cold air swept across and a large number of ice crystals appeared. Beside the thunder giant alien, there appeared 3 giant aliens who had also reached the late 4th level and had a body of 15 meters tall. Thunder giant, fire giant, frost giant, hurricane giant. A whole 4 heads. The 4 giants in the distance stood together, with thunder patterns, fire patterns, ice patterns, and wind patterns on their chests. They all held a giant axe in their hands. They raised their heads and roared together. The roar resounded throughout this world. Many people on the city wall were so frightened by this scene that they collapsed on the ground. There were many great masters among them, and even the 6 powerful warriors had dull eyes at this moment. How so? I thought that the disaster of Jinyan Castle was over. But now, the appearance of the 4 late-stage 4th-order giant aliens seems to be just the beginning of the disaster for Golden Rock Castle. Chu Shi looked at the 4 giant aliens that had reached the late 4th level in the distance. She knew that even in her prime, she would never be able to defeat any of the 4. What's more, now the 4 heads appear together. Are you going to die here? Yanya looked into the distance. She was very calm at the moment. In a short period of time, I have experienced too much. In the end, he will die at the hands of these giant aliens. The entire Golden Rock Castle could not withstand the attack of that late 4th-order giant alien, let alone 4 of them appearing to fight at the same time. It seems that the outcome has already been determined. No one can save Jinyan Castle. The hard work of the 3 cities and the Golden Rock Castle will be wiped out here. The Golden Rock Castle was wiped out, and hundreds of thousands of people died. As you can imagine, this will shock the entire Dongyao mansion. There's no hope. Zhan Xiaoling, who was next to Yan Ya, had experienced strong winds and waves, but he had never been so close to death. No reinforcements have arrived, and communications have been interrupted. All Jinyan Castle can do is save itself. Being able to persevere until now has been earned by countless people paying their lives. Miss Chu Shi had done enough to guard the Golden Rock Castle. She killed 2 mid-level 4th-level giant aliens 1 against 2. It is obviously impossible for her to fight again. And even she knew that Miss Chushi couldn't defeat him. Asshole, why is this happening? Why is this happening? Zhang Qinli is a little broken. As long as she returns alive this time, she can be promoted. But now, she knows she can't go back. On the city wall, there were cries and wailings. Because they all know that no one can stop the 4 powerful late-stage 4th-order giant aliens this time. All they face is death, death, and death. On the city wall, Yi Xinghe, wearing a silver mask, took a deep breath. At this point, the only person who can save the entire Golden Rock Castle is him. Unexpectedly, he had to use his trump card, which he could only use once, at this moment. Yi Xinghe walked out slowly beside Chushi, and jumped down from the city wall before anyone could react. Lands smoothly. Mr. Winter Lion. Yanya was very surprised by Mr. Dong Shi's abnormal behavior. Not only Yanya, but Chushi also noticed it. As for many other people, they are immersed in their own sad and desperate world at the moment, completely ignoring everything around them. What is he going to do? The 6 war spirits are, after all, the strongest group of people in the Golden Rock Castle. They were also desperate, but they still maintained their composure. Even if you die, you must die in battle instead of just sitting back and waiting to die. Originally, the 6 of them were already preparing to fly towards the 4 giant aliens. But who would have thought that the Winter Lion jumped down from the city wall? The voices of the 6 war spirits made other people react at this time and look at the Winter Lion who was stepping on the corpses of monsters and aliens step by step under the city wall. Now it is just a silhouette, but at this moment they all know that the Winter Lion is heading towards the 4 giant aliens. He wants to fight. Mr. Winter Lion is going to fight those 4 giant aliens. Winter Lion. At this time, Chu Shi looked at Yi Xinghe's back, slightly lost in thought. Chu Shi really couldn't see through this man. But at this moment, she didn't think that Winter Lion had the strength to fight with those 4 giant aliens. When Yi Xinghe stopped, Zangetsu appeared on his right hand, grabbing Zangetsu with both hands. Under the silver mask, the whole person burst out with astonishing fighting spirit. Your opponent is me. With a sharp shout, an astonishing aura rose into the sky from Yi Xinghe's body. A one-time solution. This is the strongest combat power that Yi Xinghe can currently unleash. Facing the 4 giant aliens in the late 4th level, they had no choice but to use them. Zangetsu solution, Tensa Zangetsu. At this moment, Yi Xinghe's clothes turned into a red-black death domination suit, which could help Yi Xinghe move at super high speeds and swing his sword at super high speeds. The soul-cutting knife in Yi Xinghe's hand has become light, thin and thin. But it can unleash extremely destructive slashes. Boom. After solving the problem, Yi Xinghe disappeared completely. No one on the city wall could clearly see Yi Xinghe's figure. The 4 alien giants in the distance felt the threat of death the moment Yi Xinghe completed his solution. Even they couldn't lock onto Yi Xinghe's figure. When they discovered Yi Xinghe, he was already in front of them. The lines on his chest were stimulated, and 4 terrifying forces burst out. The giant axe swung towards Yi Xinghe. Thunder, fire, frost, hurricane. Yi Xinghe was directly surrounded by it. Is that all you have? Yi Xinghe sneered and charged up a slash. The crescent moon opposes. The black crescent-shaped slash contains terrifying power. On the city wall, everyone saw that under the terrifying power of the 4 giants, there was a black crescent slash that disintegrated and defeated everything. Is this guy still a war master? Chu Shi looked at the terrifying battle in the distance. Even at her peak, she couldn't get close. The Winter Lion's speed and slashing had reached what she considered to be the ultimate level. These 4 powerful giant aliens in the late 4th level can almost reach 7 or even 8 stars, and have S-level powers. But now the Winter Lion, with 1 against 4, seems to be able to suppress it. This combat power is so amazing. On the entire Dongyao Mansion Battle Division list, only the top 10 can possibly do it. Possible, that's just possible. Those who are absolutely sure to do it are probably the top 5 monsters. At this time, Yi Xinghe had already appeared behind the 4 giants. In terms of speed, the 4 giants simply couldn't keep up with him. After solving the problem, Yi Xinghe now has the combat power of the top 300 in Dongyao Mansion's Battle Spirit list with his 6-star battle division. Crescent moon clash. Grasping Tensa Zangetsu with both hands, Yi Xinghe slashed out again, 3 times more powerful than the previous Getsu Gachong. This also reached Yi Xinghe's limit. Yi Xinghe, under the silver mask, roared. The people on the city wall were shocked. Compared with Miss Chu Shi's previous battle, it was even more shocking. What they saw at this moment was a black, huge crescent slash, which directly cut open the giant axe. The black light streaked directly across the necks of the 4 giants. There was a huge roar in the air. The terrifying power swept across, the city walls were trembling, and the entire Golden Rock Castle seemed to be shaking. Mr. Winter Lion. Yanya looked at this scene and covered her mouth with both hands. The whole person's eyes were moist. Everyone looked towards the distance. The 4 heads of the powerful 4-headed late-stage 4th-order giant alien had been chopped off. Behind the 4 giants, the figure of Mr. Winter Lion stood in the air. The red robe with black lining started to flutter. At this moment, many people on the city wall cheered and jumped up. For the entire Jinyan Castle, Miss Chu Shi is the savior, and Mr. Dongshi is the savior even more. They couldn't even think about this battle. To win, in their eyes, is simply a miracle. And this miracle was created by Mr. Winter Lion. You should win this time, right? One wave after another caused many people to collapse. Even if they killed the 4 powerful 8th-level 4th-level giants at this moment, they are now worried about the emergence of strange 5th-level giants. If you win, you must win. Some people were crying. They believed that the 4 powerful late-stage 4th-order giants were the final opponents of Golden Rock Castle. This guy is even more hidden than me. He's really strong. It seems I still need to work harder. Chu Shi's beautiful eyes looked at Yi Xinghe's figure in the distance. I thought she had hidden it deeply, but who would have thought that the other party also had a backup plan? There is absolutely no way that Winter Lion is a war spirit. The other party's state at this moment should also have used some means. However, it is really rare to be able to maintain this state for such a long time. Of course, Chu Shi was also guessing whether using such power would sacrifice something. This made Chu Shi become more and more interested in Yi Xinghe. Although there has never been a head-on confrontation between the two, such confrontations and comparisons have always existed secretly. Chu Shi knew her character well. She was arrogant and would not give in easily, but this time she admitted that she lost to Dong Shi. The person who saved the Golden Rock Castle was the Winter Lion. As for her, she just played her part in it. Come to think of it, I still owe you my life. Chu Shi murmured. If the Winter Lion hadn't taken action this time, she would have died here. He glanced at Yi Xinghe's figure in the distance again. Chu Shi left and entered the Golden Rock Castle. She now needs rest and recuperation. As for the trophies she slayed the giants, no one will take them away. What's hers is always hers. At this time, Yi Xinghe's solution in the air had not yet been lifted. Feeling his own strength, Yi Xinghe enjoyed it very much. It's really completely different from before I understood it. And this time, the reward he received for killing 4 4th-order giant aliens also made Yi Xinghe feel good. A chance to solve it is like losing a trump card. But it was the first time to kill such a powerful 4th-order giant alien. Each one will reward you with a silver treasure chest. I got a total of 4 silver treasure chests. This made Yi Xinghe feel that using this opportunity to understand and getting rewards would be worth it. Looking into the distance, the terrifying mental power spreads out. Everything seems to be over. Looking at the corpses of the 4 4th-order giants, Yi Xinghe looked deeply. After the solution, his mental power increased significantly, allowing Yi Xinghe to make more subtle discoveries. At least the 2 mid-level 4th-level giants Chu Shi killed, and the 4 late-level 4th-level giants he killed, were different from the alien giants he had come into contact with before. At the same time, the sound of clearing the alarm sounded in the fort. The sound of this sound made the anxious and uneasy people in the fort cheer. They knew that the attacks from monsters, and aliens had been lifted. They defended Jinyan Castle and they won. Did you win? At the treatment place, Su Jia, Yu Guofei, and Zhu Xin gathered together. This result is also good news for them. Because they were injured in the battle, watching the strong warriors fall in front of them also gave the 3 of them a taste of despair. But they heard the roar of the giants, and they didn't know who it was. They killed those giant aliens to the last bit, saved them, and saved the Golden Rock Castle. Within the Golden Rock Castle, the news quickly spread. For the people in Golden Rock Castle, they did not see the battle outside the city with their own eyes. But when they learned everything, they all had expressions of disbelief. Especially this news has the greatest impact on Su Jia, Yu Guofei, and Zhu Xin on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Division list. Chu Shi displayed extremely powerful means, killing 2 mid-level 4th level giant aliens with 1 against 2. It's actually hidden so deeply. Such strength is not as simple as entering the top 100 of the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master ranking, it is enough to enter the top 20. But this is not over yet. 4 late-stage 4th Order giant aliens appeared outside the Golden Rock Castle. In this crisis, when the entire Golden Rock Castle was about to be destroyed, Winter Lion took action. With 1 against 4, he powerfully killed 4 late 4th level giant aliens. Winter Lion, who is he? From the contempt at the first meeting, to the Winter Lion showing its great strength, he gradually paid attention to him, and now he is afraid. His performance this time was enough to enter the top 5 in the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master ranking. The gap between them widened in an instant. In the Golden Rock Castle, half an hour later, the interrupted communication was finally connected. Immediately, he reported the situation of Jinyan Castle. Inside Jinyan Castle, Yi Xinghei's residence. Yi Xinghei took a comfortable bath and then rested for a while. It took 3 full hours for Yi Xinghei to wake up. When Yi Xinghei woke up, his whole body was full of energy. Use solution, that kind of ultra-high-speed movement, and swing and slash. After I lifted the solution, my body still felt a little exhausted. But after resting, I recovered quickly. Finally, I can take a look at the 4 silver treasure chests. What are the rewards? Yi Xinghei was full of expectations and planned to see the reward of 4 silver treasure chests this time. System, open 4 silver treasure chests at once. 4 open. Yi Xinghei was already prepared. Okay, host. Immediately, the 4 silver treasure chests were opened in unison. Obtain. The power of the soul-cutting sword is increased by 2%. Obtain. Samsung promotion. Obtain. Second chance to solve. Obtain. 3 super recovery potions. 4 rewards, quite impressive. Yi Xinghei directly used 2 of them. The power of the soul-slaying sword was used, reaching 20%. The 6-star battle division was promoted to the 9-star battle division. As for the other 2 rewards, Yi Xinghei can't use them yet. There were 2 opportunities for solution. Those 3 super recovery potions, after taking them, can restore physical strength and reach peak mental strength within 3 minutes. 3 minutes, this is already terrible. At critical moments, these 3 super recovery potions will have miraculous effects. In the next few days, Yi Xinghei, who was at his residence, did not appear in the public view of Jinyan Castle. After establishing contact with Jinyan Castle, this time not only the powerful warrior spirits arrived, but also the powerful warrior kings were sent. No one thought that such an accident would happen in Jinyan City. This time, in order to guard the Golden Rock Castle, there were a terrifying number of casualties, and there were also strong warriors among them. Of course, the fact that Golden Rock Castle still exists is already a good result. I originally thought that what happened at Jinyan Castle was a trivial matter, or that Sancheng was too careless. But this time, the biggest contributors to guarding Jinyan Castle were undoubtedly Chu Shi and Dong Shi. In Tianai City, news has spread from the hunting guild. In the Battle of Golden Rock Castle, the Winter Lion fought 1 against 4 and killed 4 late 4th level giant aliens. Saved the entire Golden Rock Castle. What a dazzling achievement this is. In Tianai City, people who heard the news started talking a lot. Inside Star Academy, with a mentor, he obtained some videos of the battle from Golden Rock Castle. At this moment, many instructors gathered together and looked at the battle recorded on the screen. From Chu Shi's move to Dong Shi's move, they could see clearly. This Winter Lion is from the Tianai City Hunting Guild. The knife he uses is so special. The awakened attribute power is hard to distinguish. It should be that some method was used to forcibly increase the combat power. In such a short period of time, such a powerful force was able to explode. Powerful, so powerful that it's suffocating. If he stays in that state, 90% of the people on our side can't be his opponent. When I looked at the picture again and again, there was a picture of Chushi and the winter lion fighting. For them, many people present could still cope with Chushi's strength. But this winter lion wearing a silver mask is different. It's really too powerful. During the battle with the division, such a powerful combat power was actually able to explode in a short period of time. Curiosity. Everyone is curious about the faces under the silver mask. Soon, the battle video obtained by the instructor was also circulated in the academy. For a time, the students of Star Academy were deeply attracted and shocked. The picture clearly recorded the panic and despair of many people on the city wall. If they were at the scene, I'm afraid it would be the same. Unaware of the situation, they thought that the protagonist of the battle at Golden Rock Castle would be the girl named Chu-Shi. Who would have thought that 4 late-stage fourth-order giant aliens would appear in the end? It was the Winter Lion who exploded with astonishing fighting power, killed 4 late-stage fourth-order giant aliens, and saved the Golden Rock Castle with his strength. Do you think this guy looks like Xinghe? In the first grade, Wang Qi and some of his friends gathered together. They checked the forwarded battle videos on the Star Academy forum. How are they similar? The height and body shape are still different. Besides, Xinghe's superpowers are completely different from this guy. Little fatty, do you regard Xinghe as a monster? Although Xinghe is strong, he can still enter the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master ranking, but compared with this Winter Lion, there is a world of difference. Mr. Dongshi's strength can only be compared to that of a few people on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list, and it doesn't necessarily matter who is stronger or who is weaker. Didn't you read the analysis in the Academy forum? This Dongshi should not be from Tianai City. The people just registered as hunters in Tianai City. Several people nearby shook their heads. Indeed, this Winter Lion is too strong. It can even kill the giant aliens in the late 4th level, and it's still 1 against 4. Wang Qi smiled awkwardly. He just felt that some of Dongshi's small movements during the battle were like Yi Xinghe. But this is just an image. From many aspects of analysis, it cannot be Yi Xinghe. But speaking of which, I haven't seen Xinghe for a long time, and I don't know where to go to train hard. Wang Qi sighed lightly. Yi Xinghe is a training maniac and is very cruel to himself, so it is reasonable for him to be able to grow rapidly in a short period of time. Golden Rock Castle. Mr. Winter Lion, this is the reward for the Hunting Guild mission. Please count it. At Yi Xinghe's residence, Yanya and several girls came over and gave a storage ring to Yi Xinghe. The original task was to guard Jinyan Castle for 2 months. But because of this sudden change, now that the powerful King of War has arrived, the mission of hunting down the guild has come to an end. Although the mission ended early, the Hunting Guild has prepared generous rewards for Mr. Winter Lion's performance. This reward is not only from the Tianai City Hunting Guild, but also from Guanyu City and part of the rewards from the Ningdan City Hunting Guild. The value of the contents of the storage ring reached 600 million dragon coins, and not much more. There are even some things that cannot be purchased in the Hunting Guild with dragon coins. After Yi Xinghe took over the storage ring, his spiritual power entered it. The look behind the silver mask was calm. These are nothing compared to the rewards the system gives you. When Yi Xinghe accepted the mission of hunting the guild, he was not looking for rewards, but more wanted to strengthen himself and get more generous rewards from the system. Everything we experienced in Jinyan Castle this time was worth it. Now he is a 9-star battle master, and the power of the soul-slaying sword has been increased to 20%. Mr. Dongshi, Yanya really wants to thank you this time. Without you, Yanya would not have been promoted. Yanya looked at Yi Xinghe, with deep gratitude in her beautiful eyes. Originally, she was the least hopeful among the 3, so she never thought about fighting. But just because of Mr. Dongshi, her points surpassed those of Zhan Xiaoling and Zhang Qinli, and she stood out. Now she can directly take charge of some of the Hunting Guild business in the 10 cities of Dongyao Mansion, and her treatment and power have been improved in all aspects. I just do what I have to do. If there is nothing else, I will leave Golden Rock Castle. Yi Xinghe spoke slowly. Mr. Dongshi, can Yanya treat you alone? Are you leaving so soon? This surprised Yanya, but she can't leave yet, she still needs to deal with many things in Golden Rock Castle. Next time, you're very busy too. After Yi Xinghe said that, he left directly. Yanya wanted to say something more, but she held back. But there was still a look of disappointment on his face. This time it was her personal request. Of course, she also knew that Mr. Dongshi's time was very precious, but she did have a lot of things in her heart that she wanted to say to Mr. Dongshi. Yi Xinghe left Jinyan Castle without any obstacles along the way. The area outside the city has almost been cleared. However, the smell of blood can still be smelled, and some traces cannot be erased. After staying for a while, when Yi Xinghe was about to leave, a beautiful figure jumped down from the city wall. After jumping down, he soon appeared not far from Yi Xinghe. Yi Xinghe turned his head slightly and looked at the figure. It's Chu Shi. These days, Chu Shi seems to have fully recovered. For this woman, even if Yi Xinghe could use his understanding, he would not underestimate her. Of course, now that I have become a 9-star battle master, the power of the soul-slaying sword has increased by 2% compared to before. These are all increases in combat power. But even so, Yi Xinghe looked at Chu Shi and still sensed a hint of danger in him. Chu Shi also looked at Yi Xinghe. The two of them said nothing, just looked at each other like this. Winter Lion. After a long while, it was Chu Shi who spoke first. Next time we meet, I won't lose to you. After saying these words, wings of light appeared behind Chu Shi and flew up. Looking at Chu Shi's figure flapping its wings of light, the corners of Yi Xinghe's mouth raised slightly under the silver mask. She is really an interesting and strong woman. However, the other party had seen him kill 4 late-stage 4th-order giant aliens, and he was able to say such words to himself, which shows Chu Shi's confidence in himself. I don't know if it's an illusion, but with the increase in mental power, she seems to have another power in her body. 9-star Battle Master's mental power has improved a lot. It was previously understood that he was going to fight 4 late-stage 4th-order giant aliens, but he didn't have time to check on Chu Shi's situation. It's different now. Yi Xinghe noticed something, but he couldn't be sure. Seeing the other party flying away with wings of light, Yi Xinghe was still a little envious. Because I don't have it now, unless I use the solution. Then Yi Xinghe flew away from here. It only took Yi Xinghe 5 days to leave Jinyan Castle and return to Revolving Heaven Haicheng alone. While on the road, Yi Xinghe changed his clothes, took off his silver mask, and his body returned to its original appearance. Star Academy has been extremely lively since yesterday. Star College received people from Qingyang City and Qianyuan College. Among them was Xiao Lai, who was extremely familiar among the first-year students. It has been some time since Xiao Lai left Xingchen College and became a student of Qianyuan College. For many people, they all envied Xiao Lai for being able to be in Qianyuan College. Among the top 10 colleges in Dongyao Mansion, the third-ranked college is not comparable to Star College in all aspects. When Xiao Lai arrived, he indeed showed great strength. He was already a 6-star combat master, and even his S-level powers were upgraded to SS-level powers. This was the opportunity that Xiao Lai got during an outing for training at Qianyuan College. It was precisely because of the advancement of S-level powers that Xiao Lai received a lot of attention in Qianyuan College. In a short period of time, he defeated several seniors and sisters. Although he is not yet on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master ranking, he is confident of entering the top 200. Especially with the verbal praise from the Academy instructor, as long as he can master the advanced SS level abilities more proficiently, he can take a step closer and enter the top 100 easily. This time, he, several seniors, and senior sisters, under the leadership of their mentor, hunted down a 4th-level monster. Because it is very close to Tianai City, I made a special trip here. Xiao Lai had been away for some time and came to see his grandfather and other relatives. He can also let the Xiao family entertain his mentor, as well as several seniors and senior sisters in Tianai City. Of course, he also wanted to come and take a look at Star Academy. After all, there is someone Xiao Lai cares about here. I was defeated by that guy again and again. But fate is so magical. When he felt that he couldn't stand up in front of Yi Xinghe at Xingchen Academy, the family gave him the opportunity to go directly to Qianyuan College. The feeling at Qianyuan College was completely different from that at Xingchen College, which made him feel that it was a truly powerful college. Even Yi Xinghe, who is in the super excellent class of Star Academy, is not enough to look at there. Xiao Lai returned to Star Academy again and was extremely generous to his former followers. pills, medicines, and some spiritual objects that can help warriors and warriors practice were all given to them. This also attracted others to be envious. I wish I could have been Xiaolai's follower back then. And Xiaolai will not stay in Tianai City for too long. I'll be leaving probably the day after tomorrow. It's just that these days, there is no trace of Yi Xinghe in the news received from Star Academy. You don't even know what this guy has been doing. Xiaolai felt a little pity. After all, this time, he wanted to fight Yi Xinghe again. If he didn't defeat Yi Xinghe once, he would feel like a demon. As long as you defeat it, you will definitely get twice the result with half the effort in terms of future growth. Xiaolai, that boy from the super excellent class is really capable. He defeated Yu Wenchao and Yu Wenxi, who were fighting against each other in the Dongyao mansion. At this moment, there were several people walking towards Xiaolai. 3 men and 2 women, 5 people in total. He is a 4th-year student of Qianyuan College. They are all on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. The strongest person is called Lindy. Ranked 122 on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master ranking, just 1 place ahead of Han Yifan, a 4th-year student at Xingqian Academy. There were only 5 of them, but they valued Xiaolai very much. According to his mentor, Xiaolai, who has now advanced to the SS level, has far greater potential than the 5 of them. In the future, he will be able to enter the top 100 in the battle division list. There is an essential difference between the first 100 and the next 100. Just like Lindy, he wants to enter the top 100, unless there is some chance, opportunity. Otherwise it's basically impossible, and he is about to attack the battle spirit now. Once you break through to the battle spirit, you will be removed from the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. But our junior Xiaolai is not an ordinary superpower now. That kid named Yi Xinghe, Junior Xiaolai defeated him with ease. A woman with a hot figure, although her appearance is not particularly beautiful, she is quite attractive. His name is Qin Wu, he is somewhat fond of Xiaolai, and has even begun to pursue Xiaolai. After all, Xiaolai's potential, in Qin Wu's eyes, was worth her investment. Now is the best time. If Xiaolai grows rapidly in the future, it will be out of reach. Now in her eyes is the best opportunity to make a move. It just made Qin Wu feel a little unhappy, and Xiaolai was a little confused about the style. He liked that girl Su Shaner. Su Shaner transferred to Qianyuan College with Xiaolai. Xiaolai's growth has been astonishing enough due to his good fortune. And Su Shaner, their school girl, is even more terrifying. Although I don't know Su Shaner's current strength. But this girl has been spotted by the old dean of the college. This is such an enviable thing. What kind of existence is the old dean? It is 100 times more terrifying than the current dean. The old dean is one of the 10 strongest war kings in Dongyao Mansion. I have even killed 6th level and emperor level monsters, and aliens. Su Shaner only took action once in the academy under the secret training of the old dean. But it was this time that shocked the entire Qianyuan Academy. She defeated the 98th ranked Dongyao War Master Wood Expulsion. By the way, what do you think of the incident at Golden Rock Castle? At this time, another young man suddenly said that since receiving the news, they have been paying attention to everything that happened in Jinyan Castle. Based on their various experiences outside Qianyuan College, they were also deeply shocked by what happened at Jinyan Castle this time. Those 2 guys are very strong. 2 ruthless people suddenly appeared on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. Lindy has also seen the battle recording footage. And I didn't just watch it once, I watched it a dozen times. That Winter Lion, according to the instructor, is no surprise. As long as he does not advance to the battle spirit level, he will be the number 1 in the battle master list of Dongyao Mansion. Xiaolai also said in a deep voice. Such a monster is so terrifying. The other person was wearing a silver mask and had no idea who he was. He felt that his limit should be only 50 before entering Dongyao Mansion. What happened to Jinyan Castle this time has caused shock in the entire Dongyao Mansion. Everyone's focus is on the man and the woman. And the one who saved the entire Golden Rock Castle was the Winter Lion. An incident made the entire Dongyao Mansion aware of its existence. This is an enviable thing. It's just that all of this is achieved through strength. The 6 people were talking, expressing their views and opinions. At this time, outside Xingqian Academy, Yi Xinghe's figure appeared. The appearance of Yi Xinghe certainly attracted the attention of many people outside the academy. After all, Yi Xinghe is not an ordinary student. It's Yi Xinghe. He's back from training. Is it really him? I wonder if he knows about Xiaolai. Everyone started talking, and a few even ran over and told Yi Xinghe directly about the news that a tutor from Qianyuan College was visiting with 6 students. Yi Xinghe was also a little surprised. According to the seniors and senior sisters who told him the news, Xiaolai had grown up horribly. This guy has become a lot stronger. Yi Xinghe knew Xiaolai's situation and smiled. Qianyuan College is worthy of being the third among the top 10 colleges in Dongyao Prefecture. Xiaolai's growth was inseparable from the help of Qianyuan College. Of course, he was also lucky and got the opportunity. The advancement of S-level powers to SS-level powers will indeed allow Xiaolai to transform in a short period of time. It's just that this level of strength deserves recognition, but Yi Xinghe won't take it to heart yet. Because of a comparison, Yi Xinghe's growth is dozens of times more terrifying. Shaner didn't come back. Xiaolai and Su Xianer left Star College together and headed to Qianyuan College. This time when Xiaolai came back, Su Xianer was nowhere to be seen, which made Yi Xinghe a little curious. Because not only the other people from No. 3 Middle School could not be contacted by Su Xianer, but he could not be contacted either. Quickly walked towards the Star Academy. After entering the college, I met more classmates, seniors and seniors. Soon the news of Yi Xinghe's return to Star College spread throughout the college. Xiaolai was also surprised when he got the news from his Xingqian Academy followers. I thought I wouldn't be able to meet Yi Xinghe this time, but I didn't expect that Yi Xinghe would actually come back. The two of them had been separated for 3 days, so they looked at each other with admiration, not to mention that they had been separated for such a long time. This time, he wanted to win it back in an upright manner. Everyone now knows that his S-level powers have advanced to SSS-level powers. This is his chance. But no one knows how much pain he endured that time, and he almost died. It was precisely because he risked his life to survive that he grew and gained. Defeating Yi Xinghe has become Xiaolai's obsession. Only by defeating Yi Xinghe can he surpass more geniuses in Qianyuan Academy. Let's go meet this genius from Star Academy. Lindy smiled. He already has a basic understanding of Yi Xinghe's situation. In Lindy's eyes, a basic understanding is enough. After all, the current Yi Xinghe is not enough to threaten them. As for the future, this kid's growth, as long as everything goes well, will definitely be terrifying. But that was a few years later. Currently, Junior Xiaolai's defeat of Yi Xinghe is an easy task in Lindy's eyes. The other 4 nodded. They were all very interested and wanted to see the shock and fear on Yi Xinghe's face when he faced Junior Xiaolai again. Junior Xiaolai's growth is astonishing even among Qianyuan College. S-level abilities have advanced to SS level. Junior Xiaolai has undergone a qualitative transformation because of this encounter. On the other side, a former classmate of No. 3 Middle School had already met Yi Xinghe. One by one, they told Yi Xinghe about Xiaolai's situation. This time when Xiaolai came to Xingqian Academy, he was very generous and gave many benefits to his former followers. After leading Xiaolai and others to Xingqian College, a tutor from Qianyuan College was full of praise for Xiaolai. Many information about Xiaolai came from the mouths of other instructors. 6-star Battle Division, SS level superpower 3000 flames. Now Xiaolai can easily kill many late-level third-order monsters, and aliens. He even joined forces with 5 other people to kill monsters, and aliens in the early 4th level outside. The 4th level is comparable to a strong warrior spirit. In their eyes, such a record is amazing. Although Yi Xinghe had defeated Yaoan Chao and the 2 sisters Yu Wenxi before, the 2 seniors were ranked very low on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Division list. And now Xiaolai is rumored to have the strength to enter the top 200 Dongyao Mansion Battle Masters. In response to the reminders from Wang Qi and others, Yi Xinghe smiled and nodded from time to time. Soon, Xiaolai led the 5 seniors and senior sisters from Qianyuan College towards the place where Yi Xinghe was based on the news given by his followers. When Xiaolai saw Yi Xinghe's figure, he couldn't help but become excited. When he was in No. 3 Middle School, he was suppressed by Yi Xinghe. After entering Xingqian Academy, he was still suppressed by Yi Xinghe. But now, he finally had hope. He pressed Yi Xinghe on his body and wanted to see Yi Xinghe's expression of unwillingness, fear. It's time to win for yourself. It's that guy Xiao Lai. Wang Qi looked disgusted when he saw Xiao Lai in the distance. Xinghe, let's find another way and go over there. There was a girl who reminded me worriedly. It's unavoidable. We are all old classmates. We have been apart for so long, so we really should say hello. Yi Xinghe smiled and continued to move forward. When the distance between the two sides was 5 meters, Xiao Lai and Yi Xinghe stopped almost at the same time. Yi Xinghe, long time no see. When he saw Yi Xinghe, it was Xiao Lai who greeted him first. Indeed, it's been a long time. I heard that your strength has improved by leaps and bounds during this period. Congratulations. Yi Xinghe smiled. Congratulate yourself. Xiao Lai looked at Yi Xinghe. There was some confusion in his eyes. Is this a good sign to yourself? I know I am not as good as myself, but now I don't want to compete with myself. That must be the case. It seems that Yi Xinghe is scared even before the battle. How's Shaner? Yi Xinghe asked Xiao Lai. After all, Xiao Lai and Su Xianer went to Qianyuan College together, and Xiao Lai knew the situation about Su Xianer best. You'd better give up on this idea. It's impossible for Shaner to have anything to do with you. You'd better give up on this idea as soon as possible. This will only be good for you. Before Xiao Lai could speak, Qinwu looked at Yi Xinghe and sneered. She had to admit that this Yi Xinghe was really handsome. Just relying on appearance won't do. Su Xianer now has a very high status in the entire Qianyuan College, and the old dean personally accepted him as a disciple. Many of the monsters pursuing Su Xianer were among the top 20 terrifying beings on the Dongyao Mansion's Battle Master list. In Qin Wu's eyes, Yi Xinghe is not even as good as current junior Xiao Lai. He also wanted to know about Su Xianer's situation. In Qin Wu's eyes, as a student of Qianyuan College, she has a sense of superiority. After all, the current Star College ranks 9th among the top 10 colleges in Dongyao Prefecture's 10 cities. And their Qianyuan College is 3rd. Comparing all aspects, the talents that Xingqian Academy can cultivate are much worse than their Qianyuan Academy. Oh, who is this? The smile on Yi Xinghe's face was always overflowing. But his eyes were directed towards Qin Wu. Qianyuan College, 4th grade Qin Wu. Number 203 on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. Qin Wu glanced at Yi Xinghe, and when she spoke, her voice was deliberately raised a lot. A simple self-introduction made Wang Qi and others around Yi Xinghe feel a huge sense of oppression. This woman is a powerful presence on the list of battle masters in Dongyao Mansion. Different from Yu Wenchao, there are also 2 seniors, Yu Wenqi, who are geniuses ranked 203 road. In the eyes of Wang Qi and others, it is great to be able to enter the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master ranking, let alone be ranked so high. Be wise and apologize to Junior Xiao Lai for what you have done before. If you are not willing, then have a fair fight with Junior Xiao Lai. You dare. Qin Wu's voice became louder and louder, attracting more students from Star Academy to rush over. Xinghe, don't be fooled, this woman is trying to excite you. Wang Qi quickly reminded from the side. In his eyes, if you endure it for a while, everything will pass. It would be unwise to conflict with Qianyuan College. After all, besides Xiao Lai, there were 5 other people, all of whom were equally difficult to mess with. This is Xingqian Academy. Qin Wu, please be polite to fellow Xinghe students. A voice sounded, and the crowd gathered behind them automatically gave way. Senior Yi Fan. Some people were already shouting excitedly. Xingqian College is currently ranked 123rd on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. According to public information, the strongest student of Xingqian College is Han Yifan. In addition to Han Yifan, there are 4 others who are on the list of battle masters in Dongyao Mansion. Yi Xinghe was from Xingqian College. As seniors in Xingqian College, how could they tolerate being bullied by people from other colleges? If you really want to fight, then fight happily. Han Yifan. Lindy looked at Han Yifan who arrived. There have been several contacts between the two, and although he is ranked higher than Han Yifan. But in a real fight, he didn't think he would be able to beat Han Yifan. Xingqian Academy is not just Yi Xinghe. If it was just a matter between Xiao Lai and Yi Xinghe, Han Yifan would not interfere. But now the fourth-year students of Qianyuan College are also involved, and Han Yifan will not agree. Han Yifan's arrival was a great encouragement to the students of Star Academy. Wang Qi and others were very excited at this time. Qin Wu was still a little scared when she saw Han Yifan's terrifying eyes. Her ranking on the Dongyao Mansion's Battle Master list is far lower than Han Yifan's, and her strength is also not as good as Han Yifan's. But now she is not alone after all. Competing with each other, they are no longer individuals, but represent Qianyuan College to a certain extent. So at this time, she couldn't retreat. Besides, with Lindy here, she doesn't have to fear too much. If they really fight, their chances of winning are even greater. Xiao Lai, you were originally a student of Xingqian College. Now that you have joined Qianyuan College and gained some skills, do you want to show off your power in Xingqian College? Han Yifan looked at Xiao Lai with a compelling gaze. Senior Yifan, I have no ill intentions towards Xingqian Academy, don't get me wrong. Xiao Lai now hated senior sister Qin Wu, who spoke casually. He just wanted to fight Yi Xinghe openly as a man. He didn't want to escalate the conflict between colleges here at all. As senior Han Yifan said, he was a student of Xingqian Academy before. Ask yourself, Xingqian Academy treated him well. What's more, the Xiao family is in Tianai City, and many people in the family once came out of Xingqian College. No matter what, Xiao Lai would not dare to do anything disrespectful to Xingqian Academy. Junior Xiao Lai, don't be afraid, I want to compete with these guys from Star Academy. Qin Wu snorted coldly, his momentum was not weak at all at this time. Han Yifan, this time, Junior Xiao Lai came here without any ill will towards Xingqian College. As he said, he was once a student of Xingqian College. What he wants now is to have a fair fight with Yi Xinghe. Of course, if you have ideas, we can discuss them. Lindy smiled slightly and spoke smoothly. After all, this is Star Academy now. Even if they still have a mentor, they don't dare to be too presumptuous in Star Academy. Discussions and exchanges between students are allowed between colleges. Lindy's words made the students of Star Academy look forward to it. Maybe we can see the two major academies, Dongyao Mansion, compete with the geniuses on the master list. Junior Xinghe, just let us do it. Han Yifan had already walked to Yi Xinghe's side and whispered beside Yi Xinghe. But at this moment, Yi Xinghe shook his head. Senior Yifan, I am not weak. Yi Xinghe took a step forward and stood directly in front of everyone, looking at Xiao Lai, then at Qianyuan College Lindy and others. I don't mind, all six of you come together. Yi Xinghe spoke calmly. The sound was not loud, but it was enough for everyone present to hear clearly. The first reaction was that there was something wrong with their ears. Even Han Yifan from behind looked at Yi Xinghe's back with a look of surprise. Did Junior Xinghe say something wrong? If you don't mind, all six of Qianyuan College will attend together. The strength of the six people, if they join forces, even he can last 50 rounds. Oh my god, what is Yi Xinghe talking about? Come together, did I hear you right? I must have heard you right. How long has it been since you became so powerful? Doesn't he know the situation of the six people in Qianyuan College? The students of Star Academy looked at Yi Xinghe one by one. After being shocked, their faces were full of disbelief. It is true that Yi Xinghe is very strong. All his previous performances can prove how strong Yi Xinghe is. But what he is facing now is the genius of Qianyuan Academy. Although Xiao Lai is not yet on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list, his strength is enough to enter the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. The other 5 people are all terrifying beings on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. Lin Di, in particular, is ranked 1 higher than Senior Yifan. Together, Lindy looked at Yi Xinghe with a look of disdain on his face. This kid is really crazy. It's because of the confidence in one's own strength and oneself that it's too much. I still underestimate their strength too much. Even Han Yifan, the strongest among the students of Star Academy in Lindy's eyes, did not dare to say such arrogant words. And among the basic information they know about Yi Xinghe, no matter how high they look at Yi Xinghe, he can currently show the strength of around 260 Dongyao Mansion War Master Wood Expulsion at most. This little strength is not enough to make them feel threatened and pressured. Maybe this kid has some trump cards. But don't they? One person provoked 6 of them, which was something Lindy never expected. This kid really dares to say anything. Don't you worry, they agreed to come down and give him a lesson during the fight, which would be enough to disgrace Yi Xinghe in Star Academy. Okay, that's as you wish. After thinking about it, Lindy nodded and agreed directly. He actually agreed, which made Han Yifan's pupils shrink. All the students at Star Academy were stunned. I really agreed. Although this is shameless, Yi Xinghe made this request himself. Speaking of it this way, he really can't blame others. It's over. How dare Junior Xinghe do this? I haven't seen you these days. Is there something wrong with your brain? It's so impulsive that I can't even watch the next scene. The students in 1st grade, 2nd grade, 3rd grade, and 4th grade were all looking at Yi Xinghe at this moment. How could such a request be made? Xiao Lai's growth has been terrifying, and they all feel that it is very dangerous to deal with Xiao Lai. Now it's not just Xiao Lai, but also the other 5 4th-year students from Qianyuan College. Qin Wu was surprised when she heard that Lindy agreed. But then, Qin Wu's face showed a meaningful smile. It's really interesting, quite interesting. It's fun to occasionally bully those self-righteous, arrogant guys. She didn't think Yi Xinghe had such strength. Yi Xinghe turned around at this time and headed to the battle room of Star Academy. The news spread wildly in Star Academy, causing other students, as well as many instructors, to go to the war room. The instructor leading the team from Qianyuan Academy this time is a 6-star battle spirit. Now he was talking about something with a familiar dean of Star Academy. After hearing the news, he also had a surprised expression, but then calmed down. Young people are young and energetic, but they don't even look at who the 6 people are fighting against. What is this kid doing? Qianyuan College's 6-star war spiritual master, Yu Feng, can be very calm. The person chatting with him and reminiscing about old times was Jia Ran, the 4th-year dean of Xingchen College. The moment he received the news, he jumped up. Yi Xinghe is a student of the vice president, and he is also a student that Star Academy focuses on cultivating. As long as he grows up smoothly, he will definitely become one of the top 100 genius monsters on the Dongyao Mansion's Battle Master list in the next few years. And now, they are fighting against 6 people from Qianyuan College. It was directly 6 people, which Jia Ran did not expect at all. If he was not careful and his body was in danger, how could he explain it to the vice dean? For Star Academy, that is a huge loss. At this time, Jia Ran could not still be in the mood to talk to Yu Feng. He directly dragged Yu Feng to the combat room where he got the news, and rushed there as quickly as possible. A war room in Star Academy. Those who can enter and watch have already entered. There is no room for other people, so you can only see the scenes on the battlefield through direct projection from outside. Yi Xinghe was already standing on the battlefield. Lindy, Xiao Lai, Qin Wu, and 3 others have also entered the battlefield. A huge light curtain rises, capable of blocking the energy impact of the battle. Jia Ran and Yu Feng arrived at this time. What's wrong with you? Why don't you stop Yi Xinghe's dangerous behavior? Seeing other instructors from Star Academy, Jia Ran immediately scolded them. After just a few curse words, even if there is a protective light curtain on the battlefield, you can feel the vibration of the battlefield. A terrifying momentum erupted from Yi Xinghe. In Yi Xinghe's hands is Hieranmaru, which has completed Shikai. It broke out almost instantly, but the 6 people opposite Lindy didn't react at all. This guy. Lindy's eyes no longer showed the slightest contempt, but became solemn. Whoosh. The next moment, Yi Xinghe disappeared directly in front of them. Careful, Lindy shouted. Asshole, what the hell? Qin Wu's face changed drastically, she shouted softly, and her whole body was in a panic. Even if his mental power was spread out, he could not locate Yi Xinghe's figure. But he could feel a terrifying cold air approaching. This made the body start to feel a certain degree of sluggishness. Very cold, very cold. She used her animal transformation ability, and some fluff appeared on her face. But the next moment, her pupils shrank. She caught a look. Right in front of her, that look made her feel creepy. Snapped. A strong sense of pain came from the right side of his face. There are a lot of ice crystals all over the body. Qin Wu only felt that burst of pain, and then she lost consciousness. In the battle room, in everyone's eyes, The only ones who can completely capture Yi Xinghei's figure are the strong warriors. Even Han Yifan only vaguely saw Yi Xinghei's figure. But what made everyone feel unbelievable the most was that extremely loud slap. This slap directly knocked Qinwu from Qianyuan College away. She is the 203rd genius on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. But now, a slap directly knocked Qinwu away, and her body was frozen. She hit the light screen directly, slid down, and then did not move. Asphyxia. It's really suffocating. In this way, he instantly killed a genius who was ranked 203 on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master ranking. Especially when someone had seen Qinwu's arrogant face before. Seeing his fate at this moment was really a relief. Yi Xinghei. Boom. Xiao Lai roared angrily. Terrifying flames appeared around the whole body. These flames rippled around in circles. In the midst of the flames, fire dragons appeared one after another. Xiao Lai, who was on the battlefield, was already at his peak state. In a face-to-face meeting, among the 6 of them, Senior Qinwu immediately lost her fighting power. He is very strong, let's go together. We can't lose. From being dismissive just now, Lindy is now more serious than ever. At this point, even fools can see that Yi Xinghei possesses terrifying strength that they cannot believe. On this battlefield, the terrifying cold air was rampant, and the opponent's momentum was still rising. Now they must fight with all their strength. If they lose, they really can't afford to lose face. What's more, when the news comes back to Qianyuan College, how will they face other people? Haha, okay. Jia Ran, who was scolding other instructors just now, changed his face. On the other hand, Yu Feng next to him actually became nervous at this time. Especially when I saw Qinwu, who was lying unconscious on the ground with a swollen and disfigured face, I felt very distressed. After all, he is his own student. When fighting the 4th level monsters before, he was not seriously injured. Now here, I was actually slapped like this by that Yi Xinghei. That guy Lindy, use all your strength. Han Yifan was also feeling excited at the moment. Junior Xinghei's performance was so impressive. It really makes him feel that everything is fake now. Although the 6 of them underestimated the enemy, one of them had already been defeated and could not continue fighting. But the remaining 5 people are now taking action with all their strength. This all-out attack was already a desperate state in Han Yifan's eyes. Indeed, it was just like the roar and roar that Lindy made just now. Can't lose. They really couldn't afford to lose this battle. Junior Xinghei, come on. Hit them hard and let them know how powerful our Star Academy is. It's cool. It's so cool. Many people now wished that the Yi Xinghei in the battle was them. It's really a relief. After all, in their eyes, they are students from Qianyuan College who are superior. Ordinary students, in the eyes of Star Academy students, are definitely much better than them. And what we are fighting now is the genius of your Qianyuan Academy, the genius on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. I told you, I don't mind the 6 of you coming together. In the melee, Yi Xinghei's voice sounded again, very calmly. But now this voice brought a huge sense of oppression to the remaining 5 people fighting. Xiao Lai felt that his flames were starting to freeze. What a powerful freezing force this is. Is his situation really so vulnerable in front of Yi Xinghei? It was hard enough for him to be defeated alone. Now there are 6 people working together. Yi Xinghei, don't underestimate us. There was already frost on Lindy's face, but it fell away at this moment. Lindy gritted his teeth, showing a ferocious expression. Together, they have killed the 4th level monsters. At this moment, they have no choice but to use their strongest method. Although Qinwu is missing, the power will not be reduced too much. At least this is the most effective method to deal with Yi Xinghei. Urgent, Lindy was really anxious at this moment. A battle that should have ended easily has evolved to this point. The students and teachers at Star Academy are all paying attention to them at the moment. The 4 of them understood Lindy's plan just by making eye contact. After all, they were already very skilled in cooperating with each other before. The other 4 people appeared behind Lindy in an instant, all pressing their hands on Lindy's back. Boom! The supernatural powers of the 5 people actually showed signs of combining at this moment. This scene made many instructors at Star Academy change their expressions. Being able to use such means requires extremely perfect cooperation. It's not something you can succeed in once or twice. Obviously these 5 people have tried many times before they performed like this. A power comparable to that of a war spirit appeared in Lindy. This is how they kill the 4th level monsters. Yi Xinghe is in danger now. The instructor of Star Academy looked solemn at this moment. Of the 6 people from Qianyuan College, even though Yi Xinghe had already given up one of them, they immediately lost their fighting power. But the cooperation of the 5 people still cannot be underestimated. But today Yi Xinghe had such a dazzling performance that shocked them so much that even if they lost, they would not feel ashamed. After all, Yi Xinghe's performance at this moment alone has given them many surprises. Junior Xinghe, be careful. There are 4 girls beside Han Yifan, all of whom are geniuses on the Dongyao Mansion's battle master list. They looked at Yi Xinghe's figure on the battlefield. The crisis they were facing at this moment was quite heart-wrenching. But this time, no matter whether they win or lose, they really like this junior in their hearts. Especially when he taught Qin Wu a lesson before, that slap really relieved him. On the battlefield, Lindy's body was shrouded in 5 supernatural powers. Transformed into a giant tiger. The tiger contains the power of fire, sandstorms, hurricanes, water waves, and corrosion. Jia Ran, who was watching this scene, had no smile on his face. He was ready to take action at any time, and he must make Yi Xinghe suffer the minimum damage after losing. Yi Xinghe's performance today was already extremely good in his eyes. If you lose, there is no shame. I am even more looking forward to Yi Xinghe's growth in the next few years. Star Academy lost Xiao Lai and Su Xianer. If Yi Xinghe continues to stay, Xingqian Academy will have a backbone in the future academy battles. Not far away, Yi Xinghe did not interrupt the 5 people's cooperation. If Yi Xinghe wanted to stop it, it would be really easy. Haven't the 5 of you noticed it until now? There is a gap between the 5 of them and themselves. Now he is already a 9-star battle master. Even without using the swastika, he can kill some weaker 5-star battle spirits, and even 6-star battle spirits. In Yi Xinghe's feeling, the 5 people joining forces can only threaten the most 3-star war spirits. Is this the last resort for the 5 of you? Yi Xinghe looked at the tiger in front of him that was becoming more and more realistic in its transformation. The power and power are indeed constantly being superimposed. It's just that this kind of superposition, in Yi Xinghe's eyes, is still the same to him. But the 5 of them were struggling at this time. Especially Lindy, who was at the front, looked a little pale. It is not an easy task to combine the supernatural powers of 5 people. If this power cannot be controlled now, it will be in trouble. Because you can't hurt the enemy this way, you'll kill yourself half to death first. The tone of Yi Xinghe's words could be heard by everyone in the fighting room. It seemed that he didn't take the methods of the 5 people at all. Junior Xinghe, do you plan to resist? Han Yifan looked at Yi Xinghe. In his eyes, Yi Xinghe's action just now could actually prevent the remaining 5 people from joining forces. Even now, there is a chance to directly terminate the combination of 5 people's supernatural powers. Roar! The transformed tiger roared and roared. Veins popped up on Lindy's face, and the next moment the tiger flew towards Yi Xinghe. The light curtain protecting the battlefield began to vibrate. At this moment, some cracks appeared on the light screen, but these cracks healed quickly. The light curtain on this battlefield can withstand the battle of at least 6-star war spirits. But being able to make some cracks appear in the light curtain also proves the terrifying energy impact of the combination of the 5 supernatural powers at this moment. Hyoran Wan was on Yi Xinghe's right hand, slightly raised. Yi Xinghe stood motionless. Ice Dragon Spin Tail. Say 4 words calmly. Hyoran Maru slashed out with a swing. The tip of the knife collided with the tiger that had already rushed over and combined the power of 5 powers. Under the attention of everyone, the transformed and condensed tiger began to freeze at a speed visible to the naked eye. And the moment Yi Xinghe swung the sword, the battlefield beneath his feet was filled with terrifying cold air and froze in an instant. Ice crystals even appeared on the shrouded light curtain. The 5 people who joined forces, from their feet upwards, their lower bodies actually froze at that moment. Call! Yi Xinghe breathed out a cold breath. All the eyes in the room were focused on Yi Xinghe. Especially at this moment, an ice dragon was circling behind Yi Xinghe. The ice dragon did not attack. But facing the 5 Lindy people, they let out dragon roars. The pupils of Lindy's 5 people shrank suddenly, and their faces were full of fear. The most proud team-up was actually so vulnerable in front of Yi Xinghe. This was a huge blow to them. Even at this moment, it was more uncomfortable than killing them. Xiao Lai was behind Lindy, and he was suppressed by Yi Xinghe again. Again and again, and again. With his efforts at Qianyuan College, the opportunities and encounters he had gained, he thought he was strong enough, but now he was ruthlessly defeated in front of Yi Xinghe. The uncomfortable thing is not that he lost alone, but that this battle was fought by 6 people together. What exactly did Yi Xinghe experience when he went to Qianyuan College? In a short period of time, he actually became so powerful that it suffocated him. Is this kid so scary? Yu Feng, the tutor of Qianyuan College, also took a breath of cold air at this moment. Even he didn't expect that Yi Xinghe would fight in this way and win. Even a fool can see that this kid hasn't tried his best. SSS level power. Yu Feng guessed at Yi Xinghe's ice, snow, and freezing abilities. If it were an SSS level superpower, it would be reasonable for it to behave like this. After all, like Qianyuan Academy, there are only 2 people in the entire academy with SSS level abilities. According to the information available on Dongyao Mansion's Battle Master list, there are no more than 15 people with SSS level powers. Star Academy actually has a genius who may have SSS level powers. Although there will not be any threat to Qianyuan College in future college battles, it will undoubtedly be a huge threat to other colleges ranked just before Star College. After all, the ranking of colleges in Dongyao Mansion is related to the allocation of resources above. Jia Ran was next to Yu Feng at this time, very excited. Nothing has made him so happy for a long time. Yi Xinghe's outstanding performance far exceeded his expectations. This brings shame to Star Academy. Although compared to the top geniuses of Qianyuan Academy, Yi Xinghe definitely has a gap. However, with Yi Xinghe's current performance, it is possible and has the opportunity to enter the top 100 of Dongyao Mansion's Battle Division list. The start of the Academy War is almost a year away. If Yi Xinghe had grown up according to the original situation, it would not have been convenient for him to participate in 1 year, but it was different now. Yi Xinghe and Han Yifan were both key representatives of their Star Academy in the Dongyao Mansion Academy battle a year later. This is really important to the entire Star Academy. Lost. Lindy found it difficult to accept this result and was in a daze on the battlefield. The boy he didn't care about before ruthlessly defeated them in this most unacceptable way. Junior Xiao Lai's former opponent has now become the opponent of the 6 of them, and has also become their nightmare. The light curtain has dissipated, which also means that this battle has ended. At this time, Yu Feng jumped onto the battlefield to check on Qin Wu's condition. It's not a serious injury, just a coma. But the swelling on this face will probably take some time to subside. Yu Feng sighed lightly, knowing that such a result would be a huge blow to the 6 little guys. It just depends on whether the 6 people can adjust and learn from it, so that Yi Xinghe of Star Academy can become the driving force for the 6 people to move forward. Teacher, I'm sorry. After Yu Feng came over, Lindy's face was full of guilt. There's nothing to be sorry for. If you lose, you lose. You still have a long way to go in the future. It's not that you have no chance to defeat that kid in the future. Yu Feng smiled, there was nothing to blame. Anyone who wants to become a strong man in Dongyao Mansion must not go through strong winds and heavy rains. Yi Xinghe, are you interested in joining Qianyuan College? You decide the conditions. At this time, Yu Feng looked towards Yi Xinghe and said loudly. This opening shocked everyone at Star Academy. Jia Ran immediately appeared on the field at this time, in front of Yi Xinghe. Lao Yu, I've seen shameless people, but I've never seen you being shameless. Are you poaching people directly from our Star Academy? Jia Ran was a little angry. Yi Xinghe is now the treasurer of Xingqian Academy. He will really fight for whoever snatches this treasure. I'm not interested. 1 year later, I will fight for Star Academy. At this time, Yi Xinghe spoke. This made Jia Ran breathe a sigh of relief. He was very pleased to hear Yi Xinghe's words. It's really a pity. If you were in our Qianyuan College, you could get better development. The various resources of Star College are far inferior to those of Qianyuan College. In Yu Feng's eyes, if Yi Xinghe were in Qianyuan College, he would have a chance to enter the top 70 of the Dongyao Mansion Master ranking in a year. If you continue to stay in Star Academy, it will be quite difficult to enter the top 70 in 1 year. Of course, if this kid had any opportunities, that would be another matter. Then Yu Feng took Lindy away from the battlefield. The unconscious Qin Wu was carried out of the battle room by Xiao Lai. This battle caused a shock in the entire Star Academy, and the news spread from the Star Academy. Reputable people in Tian'ai City also got the news immediately. The Xiao family in Tian'ai City. After repeatedly confirming that the news was correct, the Xiao family was extremely shocked. The entire Xiao family knows about Xiao Lai's current promotion, and they feel proud of Xiao Lai. They also knew everything about the conflict and competition between Yi Xinghe and Xingqian Academy. Originally, with Master Xiao Lai's promotion, how could Yi Xinghe be a rival in their eyes? But who would have thought that not only Master Xiao Lai, but also the other 5 geniuses from Qianyuan Academy are all on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master ranking, especially Lin Di, who is 1 place ahead of Han Yifan in the ranking. The 6 of them joined forces and were defeated by Yi Xinghe. They really don't want to believe this result, but they have to believe it. After all, the news has been confirmed again and again. This kid has become so strong, that guy Huonan must have helped a lot. The first thing that Xiao Lai's grandfather, Xiao Ling, thought of was Huonan, the vice president of Star Academy. Currently, Yi Xinghe is Huonan, the only student in Xingqian Academy. Its key training is not only the resources of the college, but also Huonan's own savings. Xiao Ling was surprised by this result, but it had already happened and there was nothing he could do. This is a duel between juniors. Such a failure will help Xiao Lai's growth. Besides, his grandson has now advanced to SS level powers and has an unlimited future. Failure is nothing, it just depends on Xiao Lai using it as motivation to continuously improve himself. On the other side, the Su family. Su Bin was listening to the news reported by people from the Su family. Yi Xinghe, a member of Xingqian Academy's top class, is the boy that his granddaughter Shaner cares about. Moreover, Yi Xinghe was that guy from Huonan, the only student in Xingqian Academy. With these multiple identities, Su Bin did pay a lot of attention to Yi Xinghe. He also knew the outstanding performance of the 2 sisters Yu Wenchao and Yu Wenxi when they defeated Yu Wenchao at Star Academy last time. At that time, his strength was enough to enter the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master ranking. Although he has just entered the list, he is already very good considering his age. But this time, Su Bin was really surprised. After all, there were 6 people fighting this time, and all 6 of them were ranked well in his eyes on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master ranking. With 1 against 6, it can be defeated easily. This strength is indeed very powerful. The boy Shaner likes really makes Su Bin look at him differently. But the Shaner today is no longer the Shaner before. Shaner was trained by the old dean of Qianyuan College in a completely closed environment. Even he couldn't be contacted. But judging from the news revealed by his old friends at Qianyuan College, Shaner's future achievements will far exceed Su Bin's previous expectations. There is a gap between Shaner and Yi Xinghe. And because of the different environments, I'm afraid it will get bigger and bigger. Yi Xinghe is indeed pretty good, but with Shaner's ability, he can still find someone better. It is indeed excellent, but its achievements are still limited, which is a pity. Su Bin looked at the projection screen in front of him. On it was the information he could obtain about Yi Xinghe, as well as some recorded battle images, and shook his head. In the future, Shaner is very likely to become an evil genius representing the entire Dongyao Mansion. And what about Yi Xinghe? In his eyes, he almost doesn't exist, because since the establishment of Xingqian Academy, no one has been trained who can represent Dongyao Mansion in battle. Star Academy. After the battle was over, Yi Xinghe went back to his residence to rest. For Yi Xinghe, he didn't pay too much attention to the battle with the 6 people from Qianyuan College. After all, what I just experienced in Jinyan Castle was much more dangerous than here. Yi Xinghe looked at the outcome of this battle very calmly. But the students and even the instructors in Xingqian Academy are not as calm as Yi Xinghe. The strongest freshman at Star Academy has awakened his powers and has been enrolled for less than a year. The college battle a year later has made the students and tutors of Star College look forward to it. In the academy battle, one academy can only send the 5 strongest people. Originally, it was impossible for Yi Xinghe to be on the list. It must be headed by Han Yifan, along with the other 4 4th grade students. And now among the 4th graders, one person will definitely be removed and replaced by Yi Xinghe. Strength is king, whoever is stronger will win, it is quite fair. In a flash, 10 days had passed since Yi Xinghe returned to Star Academy. Yi Xinghe seldom came out during the past 10 days, except for gatherings with classmates from No. 3 Middle School. For the classmates of No. 3 Middle School, Yi Xinghe doesn't have that kind of airs, and his way of getting along is exactly the same as before. I won't look down on them because of their current strength. In addition to classmates from No. 3 Middle School, Yi Xinghe also had a party with senior Han Yifan and other seniors. Senior Han Yifan and several seniors protected Yi Xinghe at that time without knowing Yi Xinghe's absolute strength. They would not let Yi Xinghe, a junior student, be bullied by people from Qianyuan College. On the night of the 12th day after Yi Xinghe returned to Xingshan College, an extremely powerful aura appeared in the sky above Xingshan College. Shortly after the other party appeared, Yi Xinghe noticed it. However, this aura that made Yi Xinghe feel unfamiliar quickly disappeared. At the same time, in the highest conference room of Star Academy, 4 deans were already waiting here. Elder. The 4 of them looked respectful when they saw the old man entering the conference room. Although I had received the news early and was mentally prepared, I was still shocked when I saw the elder's empty right eye. Yuan Hao is a close friend of the vice president. He once served as the vice president of Xingshan College and helped Xingshan College with many things. So the 4 of them and Yuan Hao have known each other for a long time. You're all here. Yuan Hao looked at the 4 people and coughed. With this cough, blood flowed from the corner of his mouth. This made the 4 people's expressions change greatly. Senior, are you okay? Vice President, he. Jia Ran looked worried. That guy has always been like that. He is still a human being who believes in things. He will do it even if he risks his life. But I never thought that that crack space would be so dangerous. I have already reported the matter, but you should prepare for the worst. Yuan Hao looked at the 4 people with sad expressions and didn't know what to say at this time. This time, although he was assisting Huonan, at a critical moment, it was Huonan who helped him, otherwise he would not have simply lost one of his right eyes. Inform Huonan to accept the little guy as his student. I have something to give him and something to tell him. Yuan Hao looked at the 4 people and then gave an order. Jia Ran nodded and immediately contacted Yi Xinghe using his communication bracelet. After receiving the news, Yi Xinghe left his residence and went to the highest conference room of Star Academy. Arrive at the highest conference room of Star Academy. After Yi Xinghe entered, he was immediately attracted to the old man with a hollow right eye. I have felt this breath before. It's that powerful aura. But the other party looked like he was seriously injured. Even if he is injured, his aura is very powerful. If this was at his peak, Yi Xinghe would have difficulty imagining just how strong this guy is. Obviously not a war spirit, this old man must be a strong warrior king. Facing the weakest war king, it is impossible for me to defeat him now. Because there is already a qualitative gap. It's you little guy. It's really pleasing to the eye. That's no wonder Huonan works so hard. Little guy, this is something your teacher worked hard to get for you. Cherish it and don't let him down. Yuan Hao looked at Yi Xinghe and coughed again. Every cough seemed to make Yuan Hao feel uncomfortable. A storage ring appeared on his hand. Blood stains can be seen vaguely on this storage ring. Yi Xinghe didn't know this old man, but from his words, it seemed that the teacher was in danger. Xinghe, this is Vice President Yuan Hao. He also served as the Vice President of Xingshan College for a period of time, but that was many years ago. The veteran is also Vice President Huonan's best friend. Jia Ran gave a brief introduction to Yi Xinghe. It's just that Yi Xinghe's current thoughts are not on the old man's identity. What Yi Xinghe cares about is the teacher's situation. From the faces of the 4 deans, Yi Xinghe had already noticed something was wrong. Senior, how is he doing, teacher? Trapped in the abyss of a space crack, there are many dangers. If it weren't for him, I wouldn't have come back alive this time. Your teacher cares about you very much, and you must not let him down. In the future, He hopes that everyone in Dongyao Mansion will know that you are his student. He will make you proud. When he said this sentence, Yuan Hao's remaining left eye became a little wet, and some blood seeped out of his empty right eye. Throwing the storage ring to Yi Xinghe took it over and was stunned when he saw the blood on the storage ring. Although I don't know what is inside, it must be very precious. This is what the teacher got by risking his own life. Trapped in a space rift. The existence of space cracks contains abundant resources and is also very dangerous. There are various powerful monsters and aliens. Gradually, Yi Xinghe tightened his grip on the blood-stained storage ring. The powerful strength that the teacher possesses is full of dangers, and now I can't do anything at all. At this moment, Yi Xinghe was very helpless. It's still too weak. Too weak. Yi Xinghe clenched his fists and gritted his teeth. If you have absolute strength, you can set off now and go to the space crack. In this case, there may be a greater chance of rescuing the teacher. You must live to see people, and die to see corpses. Xinghe, it's not your fault that the deputy dean had an accident. If the deputy dean knew your performance now, he would also be happy. Jia Ran was worried that Yi Xinghe would do something stupid, so he couldn't help but comfort him. However, his words were not exaggerated. The results of the 6 people from Qianyuan Academy in the battle a few days ago were astonishing enough. As long as Yi Xinghe continues to grow at this pace, he will definitely bring glory to Star Academy. In his eyes, Yi Xinghe would not disappoint the vice president. Chapter 51. Star Academy, Yi Xinghe's residence. Yi Xinghe returned to his residence and took out the blood-stained storage ring. Enter it mentally and check what the teacher left for you. There are nearly 1,000 demon beasts and demonic inner elixirs stored there. They are all obtained by taking risks and hunting monsters in that space crack. The lowest ones are all second-order monsters. The inner elixirs of monsters are mainly third-order monsters and inner elixirs of monsters. The fourth-order monsters and inner elixirs of monsters have nearly 100. What caught Yi Xinghe's attention the most was the 5th-level monster and its inner elixir. The aura is extremely powerful and easy to identify. There are 5 in total. Others are some spiritual objects obtained from the space cracks, which have more or less effects on Yi Xinghe, as well as some 3rd-order and 4th-order alien crystals. This storage ring is enough to cause fights among the warrior kings. System, can I exchange everything in this storage ring? Yi Xinghe was alone at this moment and said, "Host, wait." The system responded with a sound. Immediately, the storage ring began to be scanned by the system. Discover the 5th-level monster, the monster's inner elixir, and trigger the redemption conditions. After scanning, the system beeps immediately. The redemption conditions were triggered, which made Yi Xinghe look forward to it. Redeem them all, Yi Xinghe ordered. The next moment, the storage ring in Yi Xinghe's hand disappeared. Yi Xinghe was waiting quietly. Ding! The system prompt sounds. Congratulations to host, you triggered the redemption conditions and got 2 gold treasure chests. Golden treasure chest, and there are 2 of them all at once. However, the value of everything in the storage ring, and the exchange for 2 gold treasure chests, is indeed about the same. The things that can be obtained from the golden treasure chest may be helpful to Yi Xinghe's strength. Open the golden treasure chest. Yi Xinghe ordered again. Golden treasure chest opened. Host obtained. Shunpo. Host obtains. Virtualization can only be used by using Zanjetsu, time is 5 minutes. The system voice sounded. Shunpo. A skill to move the body quickly and instantaneously. It can move to the opponent's side or further away at a speed that the opponent cannot see. Virtualization. The power of virtuality can increase combat power in a short period of time. The opening of the 2 gold treasure chests did not disappoint Yi Xinghe. Whether it was Shunpo or Shu Hua, Yi Xinghe knew everything clearly. If the current self uses Zanjetsu, after the swastika is solved, it will become empty again. Although he is not sure, Yi Xinghe is confident that he may be able to enter the top 100 of Dongyao Mansion's battle spirit list. And currently he is still a 9-star battle master. No one on the list of Dongyao Mansion's battle masters can achieve such terrifying combat power. 5 minutes of blurring was enough for Yi Xinghe. This kind of strength is still not enough to enter the space crack where the teacher is. Yi Xinghe thought of his teacher Huo Nan, whose life and death were unknown now. The dangers over there, even though my strength has been greatly improved, I am unable to deal with them. System, can everything in my storage ring be exchanged? Redeeming treasure chests can allow Yi Xinghe to obtain rewards and improve himself. Yi Xinghe's own storage ring now also contains many monsters, monster inner elixirs, and alien crystals. Jinyan Castle itself has made great achievements, and the hunting guild will be rewarded a lot. Scanning. The system scanned the Yi Xinghe storage ring. The scan is completed. Currently, 3 silver treasure chests can be exchanged. If you want to exchange for a gold treasure chest, host needs 34th level monsters, monster inner elixirs, and 10 4th level alien crystals. The energy contained in the spiritual object is 10,000 points. 3 silver treasure chests are not as good as gold treasure chests. As long as you meet the system requirements, you can redeem yourself for a gold treasure chest. Worth a try. The next day, Yi Xinghe left from Xingqian Academy. In Xingqian Academy, Yi Xinghe can come and go freely, and not even the 4 deans can interfere with this. After leaving, Yi Xinghe was in a remote and deserted alley. His bones were cracking and his body shape had changed to a certain extent. It is exactly the shape of the winter lion that the outside world is familiar with. He also changed his clothes and put on the iconic silver mask. Transformed into a winter lion, Yi Xinghe from Star Academy has a different style. Tianai City, Hunting Guild. When the figure of the winter lion appeared, the first floor immediately fell silent. In the Battle of Golden Rock Castle, the winter lion fought 1 against 4 and killed the late 4th level giant aliens. This incident was enough for the name Dongxi to spread throughout Dongyao Mansion. But now the winter lion is no longer a gold level hunter, but a platinum level hunter. In the Tianai City Hunting Guild, how long has it been since a platinum level hunter appeared? Winter lion was the first to reach it in so many years. The arrival of the winter lion was immediately responded to. Yanya is not in Tianai City yet. From above is Li Ke, the vice president of the Tianai City Hunting Guild, personally bringing people down. Li Ke is a strong fighting spirit, but his fighting spirit is not strong. Based on Winter Lion's record in Golden Rock Castle, he can be easily killed. Mr. Winter Lion. Li Ke had a smile on his face. He directly received Yi Xinghe and went to the 8th floor of the Hunting Guild. Yi Xinghe had been on the 7th floor before, but this was the first time that Yi Xinghe had stepped onto the 8th floor. The decorative style on the 8th floor is even taller, with luxury everywhere. Mr. Dongxi, what can I do for you? Because of Winter Lion's outstanding performance at Golden Rock Castle, the hunting guilds in Tianai City were rewarded by the hunting guilds at Dongyao Mansion headquarters. I need to hunt down a group of 4th level monsters, and aliens. Yi Xinghe said very directly. Mr. Winter Lion, wait a minute. As a 3-star platinum hunter, Mr. Winter Lion can take on all hunting missions in Dongyao Mansion. Yi Xinghe became a platinum level hunter and was directly upgraded to 3-star level. The acceptance of tasks is not only limited to Tianai City, but also to the 2 nearby cities. Within the entire Dongyao Mansion, you can choose any mission as long as it is a hunting guild. Yi Xinghe had already expressed it clearly, and a projection screen appeared in front of Li Ke. Yi Xinghe can also see some of the messages on the screen. Task lists were searched one by one within a certain range, and soon there were tasks suitable for Yi Xinghe to kill the 4th level monsters, and aliens. There are 7 tasks in total. Mr. Winter Lion, these 7 tasks are all suitable. Can you choose one of them? Li Ke smiled. And Yi Xinghe directly locked in a task, which required him to enter a small space crack that appeared and clean out the monsters, and aliens that existed inside. Although it is a hunting guild mission, the rewards for this mission are very small, and the rewards are almost unattractive to platinum level hunters. The only thing is the permission to enter that space crack. Hunting monsters, aliens, and spiritual objects obtained in it belong to yourself. This is what I need. Yi Xinghe stretched out his hand and pointed at the projection screen. Can. Li Ke nodded and handed over the task to Yi Xinghe. The place where this small space crack appeared is the closest to Hengwu City in Dongyao Mansion. The Unparalleled Academy in Hengwu City ranks 5th among the top 10 academies in Dongyao Mansion. Soon Li Ke gave a general order to Yi Xinghe. Mr. Winter Lion, this pass allows you to smoothly enter that small space crack. The pass is not registered with a real name. If you lose it, you need 2 inner elixirs of the 4th level monster, or 100 to get it. The inner elixir of a 3rd level monster. Li Ke reminded Yi Xinghe. Yi Xinghe nodded and left without staying on the 8th floor for long. Going from Tianai City to Hongwu City, at Yi Xinghe's speed, will take 10 days if everything goes smoothly. Hongwucheng, the big city in Dongyao Prefecture where the unrivaled academy is located. In the past month, a small space crack appeared outside Hongwu City, which has attracted many people from all over Dongyao Prefecture, making Hongwu City a bit lively. The platinum-level hunters who came to hunting guilds from various places in Dongyao Mansion all relied on the pass order to enter that small space, and more or less gained something from it. Pass order, from the hunting guild. If you do not reach the platinum-level hunter, you need to purchase it from the hunting guild. Some families in Hongwu City purchased a large number of passes and formed a team to enter the small space crack, which was also full of gains. However, the warrior king is not allowed to enter that small space crack. Dongyao Mansion Hunting Guild headquarters has taken control of this small space crack, which to a certain extent is also a training for Dongyao Mansion's superpowers. If a strong king of war enters, the monsters, and aliens in this small space will be eliminated more easily. The emergence of small space cracks is a good place for training under the condition of ensuring safety within a certain range. The Dongyao Mansion Hunting Guild headquarters has been doing something to cultivate all the superpowers in Dongyao Mansion. It's like there are some space cracks that allow people with superpowers, including the King of War, to enter, but those who surpass the King of War are not allowed. When Yi Xinghe's figure appeared in Hongwu City, it was the first time for Yi Xinghe to come here. And still alone. After all, you will still encounter monsters, and alien attacks along the way. But most of them, the strongest ones, only reach the 3rd level. If you can't deal with the 3 levels of monsters, and aliens, it's really not suitable for you to travel alone in Dongyao Mansion. Of course, if you are unlucky, it is possible to encounter 4th level monsters, and aliens. Luck is extremely bad, and there is only the slightest possibility of encountering the 5th level. It's much bigger than Tianai City. At this moment, Yi Xinghe is walking around here with his true face. Along the way, Yi Xinghe heard a lot of discussions, all related to the small space crack. During this time, Hongwu City gathered many strong men from all over Dongyao Mansion, including those on the Battle Master list, and even those on the Battle Spirit list. In places where people with superpowers gather the most, some people are even selling some information. Yi Xinghe bought a copy to first understand the situation in the small space crack. To purchase the news, I spent 1 inner elixir of a 3rd level monster. The message is transmitted directly to Yi Xinghe's communication bracelet. The message was still encrypted layer by layer. After Yi Xinghe checked it, he was very interested in everything described in it. Gradually I was attracted. 2 words describe the current situation in the small space crack. Fierce. Because once you get into it, it's very common for people to fight for their own interests. The weak eat the strong. Of course, some people with strong backgrounds will also have scruples. If you want the news not to leak out, you need to eliminate the root cause. Such things have already occurred in this small space crack. A total of 13 people from a family with a powerful warrior king entered this small space, and none of them came out alive. The news and intelligence obtained from it were not killed by monsters, and aliens, but by other people with superpowers. But which superpower killed him? It's impossible to investigate clearly. This small space really looks like a sheer field. Yi Xinghe felt that the news of this purchase was worth it. Make yourself more aware of what's going on inside. Moreover, some powerful geniuses inside also provided a lot of revealing information. Is she there too? Yi Xinghe noticed a message, although there was not much description in the message. But the less this description, the more powerful she feels. This person is none other than Chu Shi. Chu Shi also came to Hongwu City, and had already entered the small space crack. Killed 6 4th level monsters in a row, 3 in the middle of the 4th level, and 3 in the late 4th level. He also had a battle with the genius who ranked 12th on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. Chu Shi easily defeated him in this battle. Obviously Chu Shi became much stronger after leaving Jinyan City. Yi Xinghe paid a little attention to Chu Shi's intelligence information for a while. Then he looked at the divided messages. That is the situation of some powerful warriors in that small space now. Especially those on the Dongyao Mansion's battle spirit list are even more worthy of Yi Xinghe's attention. Although this information is still incomplete, what Yi Xinghe has seen so far is that the strongest war spirit in the record is number 98 on the Dongyao Mansion war spirit list, possessing the S-level power 9 Dragon's Red Flame. A man named Zhou Yuan. This guy is a graduate of Geishi Academy. He is now a tutor at Geishi Academy. He is only 28 years old this year. Looking very strong. Yi Xinghe checked some of the announced results and smiled. If he were to fight in this state now, there would be no way he could be Zhou Yuan's opponent this time. But if he uses all his cards, he can definitely fight. As for whether he can win, it depends on whether Zhou Yuan also has powerful means. Being able to enter the top 100 of Dongyao Mansion's battle spirit list is definitely not that easy to deal with. Looking at all the news inside, this made Yi Xinghe even more excited and headed to the small space crack outside Hongwu City. Hongwu City is 300 miles away. The powerful king of war of Hongwu City is here and has temporarily built many habitable houses and treatment venues. Not far away, there was a huge light curtain surrounded by thunder, covering a place. It was a space crack that could be clearly seen with the naked eye. It was sometimes large and sometimes small, and it was constantly changing. Occasionally, some weird sounds can be heard from inside. At this time, outside the light curtain, a group of people who were about to enter the small space crack had gathered. Every 6 hours, you can organize and send people with passes into small space cracks. After entering, I want to come out. Based on the induction of the existence of the pass order, you can find the place where the crack is and you can come out anytime and anywhere. After all, this pass was specially created by some warrior kings with space powers, using the unique space of this small space crack. But this time, among this group of people, there was Yi Xinghe. Yi Xinghe is here and has already attracted the attention of those who have entered the superpower. Handsome people, even if they have no strength, will be noticed as long as they have good looks. Yi Xinghe was helpless at this point. Who says he is not ordinary? Especially among this group of people, there were some women whose eyes lingered on Yi Xinghe for a long time. Some people even directly grasped part of Yi Xinghe's information. Tianai City, students of Star Academy. And he is not just an ordinary student, he is the strongest among the freshmen of Star Academy in Tianai City. Not long ago, he defeated the team of 6 people from Qianyuan Academy. Among those 6, Lin Di was ranked 122 on the Dongyao Mansion's Battle Master list. It turns out that it's not just good looks, but also some strength. As for Yi Xinghe, he didn't pay any attention to those people's gazes. After waiting for a while, the light curtain opened, and under the leadership of 9 powerful warrior spirits and a powerful warrior king, a team of 100 people entered. Keep your passes carefully, you can go in now. The bald old man with the strength of a war king said loudly. After the words fell, he snorted coldly and moved his hands in the air. Space ripples rippled, approaching the space crack. Immediately, the gap in the space crack continued to grow, and finally became a circle with a height of more than 3 meters and a width of more than 2 meters. Quick, go in, the bald old man spoke again. Immediately, everyone rushed into the expanded space crack at the fastest speed. Yi Xinghe was in the middle of the team and felt very strange when he entered. There is a sense of spatial oppression coming towards me. Although Yi Xinghe had been informed about this space oppression long ago, he was mentally prepared. But it still made Yi Xinghe's heart tremble. Because this force is enough to seriously injure yourself. However, the traffic order he carried on his body reacted at this time. Soon the uncomfortable reaction disappeared. At a place on the ground below, the space was torn apart, forming a passage, and a person ran out of it. After Yi Xinghe appeared, he looked at everything around him. Everyone is curious about this. After all, this is the first time that Yi Xinghe has entered the so-called space rift. The existence of space cracks is dangerous to humans. Some super large space cracks will appear, and there will be many extremely powerful monsters, and aliens inside. This is no longer something that one government can solve. Generally, extremely large space cracks require the strength of 15 palaces to deal with them. 10 cities are 1 prefecture, and 5 prefectures are 1 city. 15 prefectures are equivalent to the power of 3 cities. Every time a super large space appears, many strong men need to pay the price of their lives to guard and seal it. Some people left quickly at this time, but Yi Xinghe did not stay here for long and started acting alone. There are still only a few people like Yi Xinghe who act alone. Yi Xinghe came here this time mainly to hunt down the 4th level monsters, and aliens. Obtain the inner elixir and exotic crystals you want. And the energy contained in the spiritual object is 10,000 points. Exchange it to get a gold treasure chest. After obtaining the golden treasure chest, even if he doesn't know what he can get now, Yi Xinghe knows that he will not let himself down. Time flies by, and an hour has passed since I was alone. In this hour, Yi Xinghe ran around in the dense forest and hunted 18 3rd-level monsters. He also hunted and killed an early-stage 4th-level monster, which was comparable to an ordinary 2-star battle spirit. For Yi Xinghe, killing him was not difficult at all. In addition to monsters and beasts, many spiritual objects were also obtained. Under the scanning of the system, the energy points contained in the obtained spiritual object reached 358. There is a big gap from 10,000 points, but this is only an hour's gain, and Yi Xinghe is still very satisfied. Where I am, the main activities are still dominated by monsters. Another 3 hours passed, and Yi Xinghe had a detailed understanding of where he was moving. However, this place is still dominated by 3rd-level monsters. After killing 3 of the 4th-level monsters, he never encountered them again. So now Yi Xinghe must leave this forest and go to other places. After all, the vastness of this space crack world, according to the information obtained, is equivalent to 1/10 of the area of Dongyao Mansion. The place where Yi Xinghe is currently operating is not yet deep. If he wants to hunt more powerful monsters, and aliens, as well as obtain spiritual creatures that the system thinks have more energy points, Yi Xinghe must move forward. 6 hours after Yi Xinghe entered the space rift, the next group of people who entered gathered outside. Among this group of people, it attracted the attention of many people here. Because these people are mainly students from Guanyucheng and Zhengwu Academy. Mainly selected capable students from the 3rd and 4th grades, entering this space rift is considered to be an experience. Accompanying him were 5 war spirit instructors. These 5 battle spirit mentors, 2 7-star battle spirits, 2 8-star battle spirits, and 1 has reached the 9-star battle spirit. If Yi Xinghe was outside, he would definitely recognize the 3 familiar people. It was Ni Kun, Yin Xiaojun, and Yang Xiaoxiao who met in the Demon Flame Mountain Forest. But at this time, the 3 of them were standing respectfully behind a tall, charming girl. The most outstanding 4th-year student of Zhengwu Academy, Lu Yexi, ranked 35th on the Dongyao Mansion master list. Here, it attracts a lot of male attention. Especially the long legs with golden proportions give people a visual impact. After all, Lu Yexi has the most beautiful legs in Guanyucheng. This space rift outside Hongwu City is a place where many geniuses on the Dongyao Mansion's Battle Master list can find opportunities. Lu Yexi's status was special, so Zhengwu Academy sent 5 war spirit instructors this time just in case. What's more, the academy battle is about to begin, and Lu Yexi's combat power is extremely important to Zhengwu Academy. Lu Yexi was also a little helpless about the arrangement of the college. However, according to information received from various parties, she is also very interested in this space crack. Soon this group of people also successfully entered the space crack, the world within the space rift. Now, a total of 3,582 people with supernatural powers have been recorded inside. Yi Xinghe's figure appeared in a valley, where there was a huge pool. There are traces of activities of other people with superpowers around. There were several bonfires and there was still residual heat. Next it were some bloody and torn clothes. 6 hours have passed since Yi Xinghe entered this place. During these 6 hours, Yi Xinghe also encountered other people with supernatural powers. It's just that there is no contact between them. Without interests involved, there are still very few superpowers fighting here. Of course, I don't exclude some guys who originally planned to rob other superpowers' storage rings. Gain benefits by hunting down other people with powers. But there is a huge risk in doing this. If you don't have absolute certainty, you won't make a move easily. Yi Xinghe rested for a while and ate a bean. The beans rewarded by the system, one bean can keep you from eating or drinking for 3 days. Here, Yi Xinghe still has to hunt down the 4th level monsters, and aliens as much as possible. However, even in this small space crack, the 4th level of monsters, and aliens are not so easy to encounter. Mainly based on the 3rd level. Of course, the time for Yi Xinghe to enter was still very short. Yi Xinghe no longer wanted to stay in this area for long. Half an hour later, Yi Xinghe originally planned to leave. But soon, Yi Xinghe noticed a team approaching. Yi Xinghe discovered the other party, and the same other party also locked onto Yi Xinghe's figure. He even directly changed the formation of the team and surrounded Yi Xinghe. Yi Xinghe looked at these strangers coldly. There were 15 people in total, most of whom were in their 30s or 40s. Yi Xinghe guessed that these people should be from the same family in Dongyao Mansion. I'm lucky to have met a genius on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. Xingqian Academy Yi Xinghe, ranked 108th on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. Dare to act here alone. You are seeking death on your own. These people have already inquired about Yi Xinghe's information. After Xingqian Academy defeated Lin Di's 6 people, the news spread that Yi Xinghe directly ranked 108th on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Division list. Ranking cannot determine an individual's entire strength, but it can also represent part of it. In the eyes of these 15 people, if the geniuses on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list want to act alone here, they must at least be ranked within the 50th place. There are 15 of them, 12 of them are 9-star Battle Masters. Because of their age, they cannot enter the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. But in terms of actual combat power, almost all of them can rank between 100 and 120. And the remaining 3 are still strong warriors. Such a team is no longer weak in this world of space cracks. Want to die? Yi Xinghe glanced at these people and said calmly. Just 3 words, but made 15 people laugh. Now that we are in this situation, don't we still understand the situation clearly? Are you pretending to be strong, thinking you will scare them away? Quickly, kill him. The 3 leading warriors gave instructions to the others. As long as the corpses are destroyed and no trace is seen, how can Star Academy know that they did it? Yes, a quick victory. After the 3 strong warriors finished speaking, Yi Xinghe nodded. Higher Inmaru appears on the right hand. The terrifying cold air erupted at an extremely strange speed. The huge pool here was frozen directly. Shunpo uses it. Yi Xinghe directly approached the 3 powerful warriors. Of these 3 war spirits, 1 is 1 star and 2 are 2 stars. All he possesses are A-level abilities. In Yi Xinghe's eyes, this was too weak. Shunpo is not something that 3 people can see clearly. When the 3 of them were about to take action, it was completely too late. You are too slow. Higher Inmaru was swung towards the 3 of them. One knife. Wherever the tip of the knife passed, the 3 of them were cut in half. The 2 halves of the body were directly frozen. The 3 powerful warriors were instantly killed. And the 12 9-star battle masters at the rear still had playful and bloodthirsty smiles on their faces. They are still thinking about how to hunt down Yi Xinghe, a genius on the Dongyao Mansion's battle master list, and gain huge profits from it. But just for that moment, the expressions on their faces were still stagnant. However, their lower bodies were frozen by the permeating cold air. Seeing 3 family elders die in front of them, their pupils were covered with fear. How could a genius ranked 108th on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list be so strong? This kind of strength is enough to enter the top 50 in Dongyao Mansion, no, the top 30, or even the top 20. This is completely unacceptable to them. But now it's too late. Because of Yi Xinghe's slash, an ice dragon was attacking them. The lower half of the 12 people's bodies had been frozen, and now they couldn't escape at all. Flesh and blood flew everywhere. At this moment, all 15 people were killed. The identities between prey and hunter have completely changed. Then Yi Xinghe collected the storage rings of 15 people. Just because the mental power entered the 15 people's storage rings, Yi Xinghe almost cursed. Because there are very few things, very few. There are no 4th level monsters, inner elixirs of monsters, and alien crystals. There are not even third-level monsters, inner elixirs of monsters, and alien crystals. I looked inside the storage ring and saw other things. Yi Xinghe finally understood that these people came to the Cheng family in Hengwu City, Dongyao Mansion. Every once in a while, they will take the harvest away and bring it back to the family. The reason why I didn't get anything from the 15 people's storage rings was because they just gave them away not long ago. Sigh, it's really a waste of your time. Yi Xinghe quickly left from here. Although this Cheng family has a strong warrior king sitting in charge. But no one can prove that he killed these guys. An hour after Yi Xinghe left, a group of people arrived in this valley. When they saw the frozen pool and the bodies of the 15 people, they were all extremely surprised. Because after checking the identity of these people, it was found that they came from the Cheng family of Hengwu City. The Cheng family had 2 war kings in charge of Hengwu City. There are almost no traces of large-scale battles in this area. It seemed that the 15 members of the Cheng family were killed before they could react. What kind of strength is needed to have such ability? What's more, among the 15 members of the Cheng family, there are 3 strong warriors. Those people didn't stay here long and left quickly. And within the next hour, some people with superpowers came here, and they were all shocked by the situation here. With freezing abilities, there are several people in the top 50 on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Spirit list. There are also several people on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Spirit list. I heard that the Cheng family was ruthless in doing things in Hengwu City. They entered the space cracks and caused a lot of troubles. They will never dare to touch the geniuses on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Spirit list. Maybe they are the ones on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. Some students from Junwu Academy arrived here. After checking the situation here, I started to analyze it. The Cheng family has 2 warrior kings who are in charge. Relying on the strong strength of the family, many people with superpowers are hiding in this space crack. I heard that each team of the Cheng family not only hunts monsters but also aliens. There are also superpowers in the space cracks. After all, the things in every superpower's storage ring are readily available. But this time, the 15 members of the Cheng family obviously found the wrong person. Sister Yi Shi, who do you think it could be? Lu Yexi also checked the situation here, and Yang Xiaoxiao, who was following behind, asked curiously. It's most likely Bin Yang, who is ranked 23rd on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. He has the S-level power absolute 0. This guy is in the space crack. After Lu Yexi thought for a moment, he slowly spoke. After all, the Cheng family has 3 fighting spirits, even if they are only 1-star or 2-star fighting spirits. But a battle spirit is a battle spirit after all, and besides, there are 12 other battle masters from the Cheng family. If it weren't for their age, these 12 people would be enough to enter the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. Yi Shi, the analysis is good, it should be Bin Yang from Tianchong Academy. The ranking in Dongyao Mansion's Battle Master list is only part of the reflection of strength. Obviously stupid guys like the Cheng family want to do something big, but they still look down on it. I understand Bin Yang's strength. At this time, a woman came over. She had her long hair tied up and she was dressed very maturely. This time, among the 5 War Spirit mentors, the strongest 9-star War Spirit Master was also one of Yi Zai's teachers. 9-star War Spirit, Ren Xinyue. She is almost 50 years old, but she looks like she is in her 30s. There are actually many dangers in this space crack, which is also an important reason why we followed here this time. Of course, this is your experience. We will only take action when your lives are in danger. Ren Xinyue looked at Lu Yexi and Yang Xiaoxiao. In the 10 cities of Dongyao Prefecture, the academy battle will soon arrive. Lu Yexi's growth is extremely important to Junwu Academy. The students of Junwu Academy did not stay here for too long. They had some tasks assigned by the academy to complete this time. Many of the spiritual objects that need to be picked are protected by powerful monsters, and aliens. This requires strength to obtain. 3 days later, another group of people arrived in this valley. The ice in the pool here has been destroyed a lot by some monsters. Many of the corpses of the 15 members of the Cheng family here have been eaten by monsters, and aliens. As for the arrival of this group of people, there were 16 people in total. Among the 16 people, 6 were strong warriors, and the others were 9-star war masters. They are all from the Cheng family who came to Hongwucheng. There is already news that there are cracks in space. They came here specially from within the family. 15 members of the Cheng family were all killed. Judging from the information available, it was most likely Binyang from Tianchong Academy. Of course, this is only possible. Although it is possible, many people in the Cheng family have already determined that Binyang did it. Try to contact the Space Rift. The other members of the Cheng family cannot let that brat go. Kill him. The leader was a 6-star war spirit. He looked ferocious at this moment. With 2 war kings in charge, the Cheng family is still confident. As long as they do things cleanly and neatly here, Tianchong Academy can't do anything to them without direct evidence. The 10 9-star battle divisions who followed him quickly left. I know the general movement trajectory of the other members of the Cheng family here. It doesn't take much time to meet them and tell them the news. At the same time, in an underground cave in this space crack world, there is a young man with white hair, Binyang, who is officially ranked 23rd on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. At this moment, he met some classmates from Tianchong Academy. Senior, did you really kill the Cheng family members? Senior, you are so powerful. There are 3 fighting spirits among those 15 people. Brother Binyang, you are becoming more and more courageous now. After meeting each other, everyone admired Binyang. A member of the Cheng family. Did you kill the Cheng family members yourself? Binyang was completely confused. Since he entered the Space Rift, apart from killing monsters, and aliens, he has not killed a single person with superpowers. And listening to the news told by the 3rd grade juniors, junior girls, and some 4th grade classmates, Binyang is going crazy. It wasn't him at all. Indeed, he has the strength to kill those people. But he didn't meet anyone from the Cheng family. Could it be that he killed someone in the air? What fool did this? There is no doubt that Binyang knows that he is taking the blame. From the information we got now, I'm afraid even the Cheng family thinks it was him. After all, among the intelligence, the abilities he possesses are the most consistent with his strength. Why is the senior still scolding himself? Of course, the others looked at each other and nodded thoughtfully. Yes, if you do this kind of thing, you will be beaten to death if you don't admit it. After all, the Cheng family has no direct evidence. Seeing the strange looks in other people's eyes, Binyang knew that no matter what, he couldn't explain it clearly. At the same time, in the world of space rifts, in one of the endless mountain forests, Yi Xinghe was picking some spiritual herbs and spiritual fruits with a smile on his face. Next to them, there were dozens of frozen and dead giant wolves. These spiritual herbs and spiritual fruits are what the giant wolf eats and protects. For Yi Xinghe, the energy points contained in the spiritual objects that he needs to exchange for the golden treasure chest have once again increased a lot. Currently, the spiritual object contains 1878 energy points. There is still some distance between 10,000 points. A sneeze. A sneeze. Yi Xinghe sneezed twice in a row and couldn't help but rub his nose. Could it be that I am allergic to the smell of these spiritual herbs? Or who is scolding himself? The world of space cracks. Yi Xinghe entered here and spent another 10 days. The harvest in these 10 days was pretty good. 4th level monsters, and aliens can all be killed. I also got a lot of spiritual things. The world in this space rift has many terrains and harsh environments. The place where Yi Xinghe arrived at this moment had an extremely hot temperature. There are many similarities with the original Demon Flame Mountain Forest, but it has to be one step better. From time to time, flames burst out from the underground fire cave. Occasionally, you will see some fireflies. These fireflies are only 1st and 2nd order. But they have adapted to the unique environment here. As for these fireflies, according to Yi Xinghe's observations these days, there are indeed a lot of them. It is the main food source for other monsters, and aliens here. According to the news, there is a fire-breathing earth dragon here. Yi Xinghe checked his communication bracelet. Yi Xinghe rummaged through it and found that these were all the intelligence information he had purchased. All the environmental conditions here, as well as the appearance of fireflies, are very consistent. This fire-breathing earth dragon was born as a 2nd-level monster. After growing up, you can become a 3rd-level monster. The adult body is a 4th level monster. As for the transformation into 5th level monsters, there are also some fire-breathing earth dragons. But in this space crack, those 5th level breathing flame earth dragons have been eliminated. After discovering this small space crack world, Dongyao Mansion dispatched many warrior kings to deal with the 5th level monsters existing in this space crack. The reason why Yi Xinghe came here was because there were quite a lot of breath fire earth dragons here that had reached the 4th level. I need the inner elixir of a 4th level monster. Moreover, some spiritual objects will grow in the lair of the breathing flame earth dragon, and Yi Xinghe also needs them. Go down and have a look. Yi Xinghe's figure appeared on a cliff, with rolling, terrifying flames below. There are countless large holes in the surrounding rock walls. These holes vary in size. Occasionally, the roars of some breath-breathing earth dragons can be heard. Generally speaking, one would not dare to enter the Great War Division alone. Unless you are in the top 50 in the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master ranking. Or have absolute confidence in your own strength, and team up with others. When Yi Xinghe jumped down from above. At this moment, the field of vision was wider, and Yi Xinghe saw some bones. The bones looked like they were human beings. Successfully entered a large cave. Yi Xinghe ran inside. Half an hour after entering Yi Xinghe, a group of people moving forward in an orderly manner arrived here. It's so hot. Teacher, do you really want to hunt the breathing flame earth dragon here? What are you afraid of? There are 3 mentors here. Even if you encounter a late 4th level breathing flame earth dragon, you can kill it. These people are students from Junwu Academy. These days, they have completed one task after another in the academy. Among them, one of the students was seriously injured. Under the leadership of 2 instructors, he left this space crack space early. Now there are only 22 3rd grade and 4th grade students left. Including the 3 mentors, there are 25 people. But here, you can feel a sense of oppression. Just to resist the heat, many people need to use their own powers, constantly consuming their physical strength. This is an experience. If anyone chickens out, they can quit now. There were a few people with expressions of fear on their faces. This made Ren Xinyue, who was watching, snort coldly. With their company, you will only be seriously injured at most. Only after experiencing it will you know the powerful methods of some monsters. This is fundamentally different from the virtual battlefield. Junwu Academy wants to train more people. I hope that each generation will become stronger than the next. For the 3rd graders, the college plans to give them a good training. After all, in the future, after the 4th graders leave, they will carry the banner of Junwu Academy. At this time, there was a sound of breaking through the air in the distance. The speed was extremely fast, making Ren Xinyue look up. Ren Xinyue's strength was still able to see the figure clearly. Flapping its wings of light, it already has a great reputation in this space rift. It's actually her, Chu Shi. She actually showed up here. She's so strong. I don't know where she is now on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master ranking. She has killed many 4th level monsters, and aliens by herself. The outside world has collected a lot of information about Chu Shi's outstanding performance in this small space. Chu Shi flapped her wings of light. Although she also found students from Junwu Academy, they were not here. After a short stay, leave from here. After Chu Shi left, the sound of breaking through the sky sounded again in the distance. Each one's aura was extremely violent, and the terrifying murderous intent was overflowing on the body without any cover-up. These people are not slow, and all of them are strong warriors. Looking down at the people at Junwu Academy, when they saw Ren Xinyue, they gave up the idea of dealing with it and chased in the direction Chu Shi flew away. Qingyang City, people from the Xie family. Ren Xinyue recognized those people. Qianyuan College was in Qingyang City, and the Xie family was an extremely powerful family in Qingyang City. The power of the Xie family is not only due to the large number of war spirits, but also the number of powerful war kings, which has reached dozens of people. The old man of the Xie family is one of the 10 strongest war kings in Dongyao Mansion. Regardless of connections or strength, no matter how many people in Dongyao Mansion, they all have to give face to that old man. Now, that Chu Shi is being hunted by the Xie family. What on earth happened to offend the strong warriors of the Xie family? If she and the other 2 weren't here just now, those guys seemed to want to take action. It seemed that he didn't want them to see or know that Chu-Shi was being hunted by them. Although this was just a small episode, it shocked the 22 people from Junwoo Academy. Chu-Shi, Liu Yexi secretly compared them. This woman suddenly emerged in Jinyan Castle and showed an extremely powerful side. As women, of course she would compare. But the most outstanding thing about the entire Golden Rock Castle is the Winter Lion. I don't know if it has entered this space crack world. Now Dongxi has become the target that all the top 50 on the Dongyao Mansion's battle division list want to fight. After all, the existence of the top 50 ranking is only a partial display of strength, and some people are deeply hidden. Just like Chu-Shi before, even though he didn't even reach 100 in the previous ranking, he continued to use hidden powerful methods. In the battle at Jinyan Castle, his performance was quite dazzling. It's getting more and more interesting. Liu Yexi's beautiful eyes turned. She really wanted to fight with all her strength, and in this world of space cracks, she should be able to encounter such a powerful opponent soon. Time flew by, and 3 days passed quietly. After entering the Yan Cave deep below, Yi Xinghe hunted many flame-breathing earth dragons. The third-level breathing flame earth dragon can be easily killed by Yi Xinghe. When Yi Xinghe encountered a 4th-level breathing flame earth dragon that was in the early stage, it was also easy to kill it. In terms of spiritual objects, I gained a lot. Sure enough, the environmental conditions here can grow many fire-attributed spiritual creatures. The energy points contained in the spiritual objects required for redemption reached 3,245. Yi Xinghe continued to hunt and kill the breathing flame earth dragon in the intricate flame cave below. Call. In another cave, Yi Xinghe exhaled a breath of cold air after killing a mid-level 3rd-level breath fire earth dragon. At this moment, the deeper I go, the more intense the burning feeling becomes. Moreover, Yi Xinghe also discovered that the environment here has greatly improved the combat power of the breathing flame earth dragon. Yi Xinghe could already clearly feel the power of the spitting flames. It's not much different from the situation in the record. If these fire-breathing earth dragons can mobilize the powerful flames nearby, they may be able to exert their combat power in the late 3rd level as much as in the early 4th level. Yi Xinghe murmured. It is also possible for those in the late 4th level to explode into the combat power of the early 5th level. Similarly, in the other direction, the students of Junwoo Academy have encountered many dangers in the past few days, and they have solved them one by one. The harvest after solving it is also quite rich. During this period, the 3 instructors who followed did not take any action. They were all 22 students of Junwoo Academy and took matters into their own hands. But as the battle progressed, the pressure of fighting against the breathing flame earth dragon became much greater. Even if they join forces, it will be very difficult. In the late 3rd level, he actually exploded with strength that reached the early 4th level. Except for Liu Yexi, who was able to kill by one person, the other 21 people had to join forces to barely do it. This strength gap is still particularly obvious. The 3 instructors headed by Ren Xinyue were all extremely satisfied with Liu Yexi's performance. Yi Shi, then you can act alone now, but you must be as careful as possible. Ren Xinyue also considered Liu Yexi's repeated applications to act alone, and Yexi had always been good at hiding herself. Always keep a backup plan and attack with all your strength. If you encounter the mid-level 4th level breathing fire earth dragon here, you can fight it. Thank you, Teacher Ren. Liu Yexi was extremely happy to hear that he could act alone. Liu Yexi received permission and quickly left through another passage. This girl. The 2 instructors next to him couldn't help laughing. Ren Xinyue also had a smile on her face. She could see that Yi Shi wanted more free space and time for herself. But they followed him this time just to be on the safe side. This world of space cracks is not really safe. Although it was announced, the 5th level monsters, and aliens have been cleared away. But in fact, they knew there would be omissions. Because this is considered a normal thing. It's just that those 5th level monsters, and aliens already have super intelligence. After going through this kind of purge, even those who were lucky enough to hide and survive would not dare to show up. Once exposed, although they can kill some people with supernatural powers, the only result they will face is death. When Liu Yexi acts alone, she doesn't have so many constraints. She can understand the protection of the college. It's just that her character is willing to take risks, because that feeling can stimulate her. Going deeper and deeper, Yi Xinghe leaned on the Hying Lun wand to resist the heat. During this period, more and more third-level breath fire earth dragons were killed, and fourth-level dragons also appeared frequently. It's really a ghost place. Even if you have Hirenmaru, you can still feel the heat. Yi Xinghe felt really incredible. However, Yi Xinghe also understands that the power of Hyorin pill is only 20% now. If the power is increased, the heat here will definitely not be a problem. Just try harder and get out of here. During this period, the harvest was extremely rich. I am just a stone's throw away from redeeming everything for a storage ring and a gold treasure chest. But those breathing fire earth dragons seemed to be able to sense something, and they actually started to be afraid of me. Yi Xinghe thought that as he hunted more and more breath fire earth dragons, he has completely become an expert at hunting earth dragons. After all, Yi Xinghe already knew the moves of the flame earth dragon. Know yourself and your enemy and you will be victorious in any battle. Yi Xinghe understands this truth very well. The fire-breathing earth dragon opened its mouth and looked at it, and Yi Xinghe knew how it was going to breathe out the fire. As soon as it wags its tail, you know how it will attack you. As soon as he raised his butt, he knew that he was going to launch a fierce offensive against him. This is all the rich experience gained from hunting these earth dragons. It also made it easier for Yi Xinghe to kill these breath fire earth dragons. Continuing to move forward, Yi Xinghe still needs to hunt down 3 fourth-level breath fire earth dragons. 2 hours later, a silhouette appeared at the place where Yi Xinghe had been. It was Lu Yexi, who was already acting alone. During this time, she has been acting together with other people from Junwu Academy. But no trace of any other supernatural beings was found. But now, acting alone, I made an unexpected discovery. There were other people with powers, and he was a guy who had awakened the power of freezing, ice and snow. In this in-depth situation now, that guy must not be weak. The first thing that comes to mind is Bin Yang, who is ranked 23rd in the Dongyao Mansion Master ranking. But judging from the traces left by those battles, it doesn't look like it. Don't know who you are. Lu Yexi was very curious. As you continue to go deeper, there will be fewer and fewer passages in the flame cave, and there will be more opportunities to encounter each other. Whoosh! Lu Yexi sped up, and on the surrounding rock walls, the flames burst out, creating a strange scene. They all gathered towards Lu Yexi's figure. A flaming tail actually appeared behind Lu Yexi's butt at this moment. In the world of space rifts, shocking news has spread these days. Dongyao Mansion fought against Chu Shi, who was on the master list, and killed 3 powerful warriors from the Xie family of Qingyang City in Dongyao Mansion. For a time, it really caused a lot of waves. The Xie family is not an ordinary family in Dongyao Mansion. Among the Xie family, there is an extremely powerful warrior king. One of the 10 strongest war kings in Dongyao Mansion is the old head of the Xie family. Is Chu Shi's background strong enough to dare to kill people from the Xie family? After all, Dongyao Mansion had offended members of the Xie family before, and every one of them would end badly. What's more, now that Chu Shi has killed 3 strong warriors from the Xie family, and these 3 strong warriors are direct bloodline members of the Xie family, the consequences will undoubtedly be more serious. Chu Poetry. This name, in this world of space cracks, all those with supernatural abilities who know it admire this girl very much. Although I don't know why Chu Shi conflicts with the Xie family. However, the Xie family's extremely domineering style of behavior in this space crack world has been encountered by many people with superpowers. The strength here is not as good as those of the Xie family's superpowers, and the background is not comparable, so they can only retreat and compromise on anything. Now Chu Shi has killed 3 powerful warriors from the Xie family. Secretly, many superpowers in this space crack world are very happy and inexplicably refreshed. Likewise, in the outside world, especially the unrivaled academy in Hongwu City. This time, Hongwu City was closest to the small space crack world. Many third-year students, fourth-year students, and even some tutors went there. Unparalleled Academy will collect and publish the many news that happened inside. Nowadays, the news about Chu Shi is of great concern to the students in the Unrivaled Academy and even the tutors in the academy. Killing the 3 strong warriors of the Xie family is not a weak thing. One is 5-star, one is 6-star, and one is 7-star. Although the 3 people awakened with powers that were not S-level, they still reached the A-level level. Besides, Chu Shi is not 1 against 3. Although there is no real number of people, in fact, it is said that under the siege of dozens of powerful warriors from the Xie family, they not only broke through the siege, but also killed 3 people. Judging from the current situation on the Dongyaofu battle division list, the various results, Chu Shi may be able to become the number 1 in the Dongyao Mansion battle list, and even the Winter Lion in the Golden Rock Castle battle may not be able to compare. However, this is just a guess. It is not clear how strong Winter Lion is now. There are even rumors that Chu Shi and Dong Shi have an unusual relationship. Now Chu Shi is being hunted by the Xie family in that space crack world. Perhaps Dong Shi will enter after knowing about it. Winter Lion, a mysterious and powerful guy. He has been called the first person under the fighting spirit of Dongyao Mansion before. Of course, all of these are names given to the Winter Lion by some people without authorization. However, it has also been recognized by many people. I heard that Chu Shi was also injured. People from the Xie family in the Space Rift are still looking for him and hunting him down. I contacted a classmate from Qianyuan College in Qingyang City. I heard that the Xie family in Qingyang City was furious and had sent more war spirits to enter the space crack outside our city and capture Chu Shi. Quote, "Really, are the Xie family too shameless? There are so many people bullying a girl." Some students from Geshi Academy gathered together. Nowadays, after class for the first and second graders, they are discussing more about the news about the space crack world outside the city. They all have strong curiosity about the small space crack world. It's just that due to their strength, they are not qualified to enter. If you want to go there, you must pass the college's assessment before you can be taken in by other seniors and sisters. In their unrivaled academy, only 2 of the first-year students have reached this level. There are 14 people in the second grade. The Xie family is really serious this time. Judging from the news, that Chu Shi really has no background. I think it's more dangerous than good. It's really difficult, but I've heard that Dong Shi is Chu Shi's man. My woman has been so wrong. Will he kill everyone if he shows up? Where did you hear the news? Even if Chu Shi is a woman from Winter Lion, she might not be able to withstand the powerful warriors sent by the Xie family. That's a strong battle spirit. Many of the Xie family's strong battle spirits have the strength of the top 100, even the top 50, in Dongyao Mansion's battle spirit list. It's just a matter of age, so you can't enter the ranking. You won't really. Do you think the 2 9-star battle divisions can stop the Xie family's attack? In Geshi Academy, I am still in the 3rd year of the academy, and there is still the 4th year. The information they receive must be more comprehensive and their analysis must be more comprehensive. As long as you use your brain to analyze it, the weak party must be Chu Shi. Even if a Winter Lion is added, it will only provide a slight relief. Faced with the Xie family who are really serious, it is really not a joke. In Hengwu City, some information is being sold, and now more people with powers are also learning about Chu Shi's situation. And in the next few days, news about Chu Shi came out from the crack in space. The Xie family is indeed capable and found Chu Shi again. There was another big fight between them. This battle also contains the experiences and records of other people with powers in the world of space cracks. The recorded video footage is brought out in light. The first batch sold for an excellent price. As the recorded video was resold, the price became lower and lower, and finally it was directly made public. Everyone who got it immediately and saw the battle video was deeply shocked by Chu Shi's power. The dual powers of light and darkness. In this battle, although Chu Shi was seriously injured and vomited blood repeatedly, he could forcibly fuse the giant sword with the 2 powers of light and darkness. With one sword strike, the 12 powerful Xie family war spirits surrounded and killed him. The strongest among them were 3 8-star war spirits. Others are all above 5-star combat spirit level. But even with such a lineup, Chu Shi still killed 4 war spirits, including an 8-star war spirit, and the remaining 8 suffered injuries of varying severity. Hongwucheng, inside the Unrivaled Academy. This battle even shocked many powerful men in the Unrivaled Academy. If this Chu Shi offended an ordinary family, their peerless academy would definitely come forward to protect Chu Shi and gain his favor. But the family he offended was so extraordinary. Thank you. An extremely powerful family in Dongyao Mansion. Not only is the old head of the family powerful, he also has extremely strong connections in the entire Dongyao Mansion. Many of the distinguished and powerful warrior kings in Dongyao Mansion were indebted to the master of the Xie family. Favors must be repaid. As long as the old head of the Xie family opens his mouth, those people will definitely help. In this current situation, it is really difficult for the unrivaled academy to intervene to protect Chu Shi. Presumably other colleges will do the same after learning about Chu Shi's situation. After all, protecting Chu Shi is too risky, and it may not win Chu Shi's favor. This girl is too impulsive. If this continues, even if she can get out of the world of spatial rifts, how will she deal with the Xie family outside? An old man with a high status in the unrivaled academy, a 9-star war spirit, let out a long sigh. The Xie family has many fighting spirits, and there are also strong warrior kings. When things have evolved to this point, it is completely unrelenting. If Chu Shi leaves the space rift alive, wouldn't it make the Xie family very embarrassed and secretly be laughed at by many people? With the Xie family's style of conduct, they would never let such a thing happen. Yi Xinghe doesn't know much about the major events that happened in the space rift. It has been hunting the breathing flame earth dragon. Boom! The terrifying and powerful freezing power covered the entire cave. An early stage 4th level breath fire earth dragon, with a huge body of nearly 5 meters, collapsed suddenly. After falling down, the breath flame earth dragon's frozen body fell apart. Succeeded. Yi Xinghe grinned. This is the last inner elixir of a 4th level monster that I need. As for the remaining alien crystals, we can only think of another way. Now the energy points contained in spiritual objects, collected from these places, have reached 8,956 points, which is closer to 10,000 points. When Yi Xinghe was taking away the inner elixir of the fire-breathing earth dragon, he noticed something and frowned slightly. However, the movement of his hand was still very fast, and he directly took out the inner elixir and put it into the storage ring. He stood up and looked at the figure approaching in the rear passage. Soon the figure appeared. It was an extremely tall woman. This woman's long legs were particularly conspicuous. Yi Xinghe had seen many beauties, but none of them seemed as good as this woman's legs. She actually has such beautiful long legs that give people a great visual impact. The person who appeared was of course Liu Yexi from Zhengwu Academy. After seeing Yi Xinghe, Liu Yexi was thinking about the news about some people on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. Are you that boy from Star Academy? Liu Yexi was a little confused, but still spoke. Are you the woman from Zhengwu Academy? Yi Xinghe had also guessed the woman's identity, imitating Liu Yexi's tone of voice, and said slowly. It's interesting. I didn't expect you to be so strong. Liu Yexi knew something about Yi Xinghe, and what attracted Liu Yexi's attention was that he defeated 6 people from Qianyuan College some time ago. Although those 6 people were weak if they joined forces in Liu Yexi's eyes. But in her eyes, for Yi Xinghe, being able to defeat him was already a very good achievement. After all, this kid is currently in his first year at Star Academy. Star College ranks 9th among the top 10 colleges in Dongyao Prefecture. Every year is not as good as the previous year. The resources allocated above are getting less and less from Star Academy. If it is an academy battle and the ranking is not up, it will form a vicious circle. In response to Liu Yexi's up and down gaze, Yi Xinghe said nothing at this time. This Liu Yexi is the strongest among the 4th graders of Zhengwu Academy. Ranked 35th on the Dongyaofu Battle Division list. But this was already a long time ago. Especially now, Yi Xinghe has taken his ranking in the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master ranking very lightly. Ranking is not a measure of true strength. Senior Han Yifan and several other seniors in the college, as well as the 4th grade Dean Jia Ran, all mentioned this to him. Moreover, Yi Xinghe did not look down upon Liu Yexi in front of him now, but felt that there was something threatening about him coming from this woman. How about a fight with me? Liu Yexi smiled charmingly at this moment. Her beautiful eyes seemed to be looking forward to the battle with Yi Xinghe. This guy from Star Academy seems really not weak. I wanted to use my mental power to find out, but was blocked by it. The mental strength is not weak, which makes Liu Yexi ready to take action. Not interested in. Liu Yexi, who was full of expectations, was waiting for Yi Xinghei's consent. But as soon as Yi Xinghei opened his mouth, he poured cold water on Liu Yexi. You don't even dare to fight with me. Are you still a man? Auntie, at your age, you bully me. Do you feel proud that you won? Yi Xinghei sneered. The word, auntie, made Liu Yexi's delicate body tremble. What did this boy call himself? Aunt. It is true that she is much older than Yi Xinghei, but at most she is more mature, not old. At most, she should be called sister. Where can someone be called like that? Moreover, the other party's words were really to the point. After all, if they were both in the first grade, she would be far inferior to Yi Xinghei. Yi Xinghei, who do you call aunt? Am I that old? Liu Yexi clenched her fists, and some fuzz appeared on her face. Crazy, I don't have time to argue with auntie. Yi Xinghei smiled, and then used Shunpo to quickly leave through another passage. Stop, I have to fight with you. If you want to run away, there's no way. The S-level power that Liu Yexi possesses is the beast-like Six-Tails Fire Fox. After transforming into a beast, two tails appeared behind the butt. The two tails swayed slightly, and the flames here gathered towards their tails. Then Liu Yexi turned into a flame shadow and quickly pursued Yi Xinghei. One after another, the two chased each other in the cave. Of course Yi Xinghei would pay attention to Liu Yexi from behind. It turns out that animal transformation can sometimes be so beautiful. Especially since the other party can mobilize the flames here and use them to their advantage. This woman's strength must be stronger here than in ordinary places. It doesn't matter how old you are, you can still take advantage of the flames here, you are really bullying. Yi Xinghei used Shunpo, although he was not afraid of Liu Yexi. But I feel that if I don't use the swastika solution, I really may not be able to win the opponent. So after weighing it, I still think it's not a waste of effort. Fighting with the opponent is simply thankless. If he doesn't fight and wants to throw him away, Yi Xinghei feels that he still has a good chance. Is this guy so fast? Liu Yexi, who had locked onto Yi Xinghei from behind, did not close the distance with Yi Xinghei during the chase. Behind it, the three tails appeared at this time. The appearance of the third tails made Liu Yexi's aura much stronger and his speed doubled. It's really endless. Yi Xinghei cursed loudly. Immediately, Yi Xinghei waved the ice wheel pill, causing even greater vibrations here. And this vibration did attract some breath-breathing flame dragons in other flame caves. After all, the breathing flame dragon still has a strong concept of its own territory. In particular, there are some adult male and female breathing earth flame dragons with young breathing earth flame dragons that need to be protected. They will eliminate all existing and potential dangers. This guy, Liu Yexi, who was pursuing from behind, was a little angry when he heard the roar of the breath-breathing flame dragon in the nearby flame cave. Especially after she transformed into a beast, her charming presence was extremely attractive to those male breath-breathing flame dragons. You filthy earth flame dragons! Upon discovering the breath-breathing dragon that was attacking, Liu Yexi gave a sweet shout. We can only get rid of all these earth flame dragons who have thoughts about themselves. Even if it is just delayed for a while, this is enough for Yi Xinghei. It really works. Yi Xinghei was overjoyed. The opponent had the S-level ability of beast transformation, Six-Tails Fire Fox. As long as it transforms into a beast, Six-Tails Fire Fox's charm is extremely exaggerated. Among the information about Liu Yexi, there was such an item, and this time Yi Xinghei saw it with his own eyes. One day later, Yi Xinghei's figure appeared in a mountain range in the world of space rifts. It has been 3 hours since Liu Yexi escaped from Junwu Academy. That woman's strength is indeed quite impressive. After the appearance of three tails, she almost has the strength of an ordinary fighting spirit. And if six tails comes out together, I'm afraid it will be stronger. He is worthy of being the strongest being among the 4th graders of Junwu Academy. In this comparison, without him, Xingqian Academy would not be able to sustain the situation just by relying on senior Han Yifan. Compared with the top geniuses in other colleges, the disadvantages of Star College are indeed too great. Then Yi Xinghei searched for spiritual objects and 4 levels of aliens in the mountains. 3 days passed in a flash, and Yi Xinghei's harvest in these 3 days was pretty good. The energy points exchanged for spiritual objects had reached 9,532 points. There are only 2 of the required 4th level alien crystals left. During this period, Yi Xinghe encountered many people with special powers who formed a team. There was no conflict between them. Yi Xinghe spent a few inner elixirs of the Third Order monsters and obtained a lot of news from them about the space rift in the outside world during this period. What surprised Yi Xinghe was of course Chu Shi's situation. This woman's combat power has made such a huge leap in a short period of time. In the battle with the Xie family, he was able to take advantage of being surrounded and killed again and again, and even killed many powerful warriors. Although I don't know what caused the conflict with the Xie family. But now that things have evolved to this point, everything is no longer important. The Xie family will not let Chu Shi go no matter what. There are dual powers of light and darkness, and they are at least S-level powers, and may even reach SS-level powers. But what made Yi Xinghe feel the most outrageous was that no matter in this space rift world or outside, there were rumors that Dong Shi was Chu Shi's man. When did he and Chu Shi still have such a relationship? Why didn't Yi Xinghe know? He and Chu Shi are not a couple at all, and they may not even be considered ordinary friends. It's really a headache. According to the information obtained, the Xie family is also inquiring about the Winter Lion, and they completely regard the Winter Lion as the enemy. But now Yi Xinghe doesn't want to pay attention to these things. I still need to obtain some spiritual objects and kill 2 4th level aliens. At the same time, a swaying figure with 4 tails that had turned into a beast appeared in a place in the mountain range where Yi Xinghe was located. It was Lu Yexi who was thrown away by Yi Xinghe. This fool is really capable. But he probably didn't notice the Firefox Mark 1 left. While Lu Yexi was chasing Yi Xinghe, he left a mark of a firefox on Yi Xinghe. This is her specialty in finding people. Now that she has entered this mountain range, her feeling has become stronger and stronger. For Lu Yexi, this boy from Star Academy has given her a strong desire to win. Run. If you can run for a while, can you run for the rest of your life? Then Lu Yexi looked to the southeast according to the feeling of the Firefox mark, and rushed quickly. On the other side of the broad mountain range, an unlucky man rushed into the forest, cursing continuously, and frost appeared on the surrounding trees. These fools from the Cheng family are really endless. You told me it wasn't me, but you just don't believe it. It's okay now. I didn't do it, so I can only be blamed. The person who entered the mountains and rushed into the forest was Bin Yang, who ranked 23rd on the Dongyao Mansion Battle Master list. He was found by people from the Cheng family, inexplicably taking the blame, which directly triggered the war. In this battle, he killed 2 battle spirit experts from the Cheng family, as well as dozens of 9-star battle masters. As a result, the current situation has become more serious. And now Bin Yang has realized that in this space crack, it is only life and death with the Cheng family. Although this brought him a lot of trouble, sometimes some things just had to be done. The only thing that makes Bin Yang feel safe is that Tianchong Academy can protect him. At this point, the situation is much better than Chu Shi's. His troubles were nothing compared to Chu Shi's. If he killed the Xie family's fighting spirit this time, Tianchong Academy would definitely have a headache. After all, the Xie family's status in Dongyao Mansion are much higher than that of the Cheng family. It is no exaggeration to say that none of 100 Cheng families can compare to the Xie family. Single quote. Moreover, the Xie family's fighting spirit masters are much more powerful than those of the Cheng family. He may not be able to do it with all his strength. It is completely incomparable to Chu Shi's impressive record. After Bin Yang fled into the mountain forest, 3 powerful warriors flew through the air and rushed into the forest. 3 of them are fighting spirits, 1 is 3-star, 1 is 4-star, and 1 is 5-star. To pursue Bin Yang, the Cheng family sent a large army of warriors, which was simply seeking death. Now these 3 fighting spirits of the Cheng family have put tremendous pressure on Bin Yang. Half an hour later, in a part of the mountain forest, Yi Xinghe beheaded an early-stage 4th-level demon subduing alien. When he removed the alien crystal, Yi Xinghe noticed something. How could that woman chase after her? The smell was very familiar, and it was Lu Yexi who couldn't be mistaken. He has obviously been away from her for a long time, so it is logically impossible to find him. This made Yi Xinghe very confused, and he realized that he might have been manipulated by him. Is it the attack from Firefox Yanwo? Yi Xinghe thought about being attacked by the opponent before, and that attack made him feel very strange. But at that time, I was just confused. Is there another person? There are also people on the other side, heading this way. Helper. Did Lu Yexi look for help in this short period of time? Logically speaking, the other party's temper would not warrant help. Yi Xinghe grabbed the Yunlun wand in his hand and exerted a little force. In this short period of time, from both sides, the two people running towards them could finally be seen clearly. One party is Lu Yexi, and the other party is the unlucky Bin Yang. When the Cheng family is doing business, everyone who has nothing to do with it should get out of here. The 5-star war spirit who came after the Cheng family felt the other two auras and shouted loudly. Cheng family. Yi Xinghe was a little surprised after hearing this. Lu Yexi had already seen Bin Yang, who was a little embarrassed, and was also a little surprised to see him here. But neither Yi Xinghe nor Lu Yexi were moved. Get out of here. Are the Cheng family members giving orders to them? Lu Yexi, help me. Brother, please help me too. Bin Yang did not recognize Yi Xinghe immediately, but he was still very familiar with Lu Yexi. However, even though Yi Xinghe was not recognized, the 4th-level alien who was killed next to him proved that the opponent's strength was certainly not weak. The 3 warriors from the Cheng family were looking at Bin Yang, Lu Yexi, and Yi Xinghe. But he didn't dare to act rashly. Bin Yang was slightly relieved when he saw that the 3 members of the Cheng family did not take action again. He immediately took out the elixir from the storage ring and started eating it. Allow yourself as much recovery as possible. Both of you. Bin Yang has killed many members of our Cheng family before. The so-called killing for life is a personal grudge between the Cheng family and him. I hope you two will not interfere. If it were other people with superpowers, the 3 of them would not waste any time and kill them together. But they didn't dare to underestimate Lu Yexi's aura at this moment. Even for Yi Xinghe, whom they were still unable to identify, they did not dare to ignore that the dead 4th-level alien on the ground was proof of his strength. Yi Xinghe had realized something at this time. He killed the Cheng family members himself. And this Bin Yang is also the awakener of the freezing ability. If you think about it carefully, maybe this guy is taking the blame. He is from Tianchong Academy. Just for this reason, I, Lu Yexi, will not sit idly by and ignore him. Junwu Academy and Tianchong Academy have a good relationship. Given her ability, it would really be unjustifiable if she didn't help Bin Yang. I, Yi Xinghe, as a member of Xingchen Academy, will not ignore death. When Yi Xinghe heard Lu Yexi speak, he spoke loudly and firmly without any hesitation. Bin Yang had a look of gratitude on his face when he heard what the two said. Good people, both of them are good people. It turns out that this little brother is a student of Star Academy. At this moment, the 3 fighting spirits of the Cheng family looked at each other. Both eyes contained anger. But at this moment, I feel helpless. In a real battle, I am not sure if I can win 3 people. Moreover, the Cheng family may not be able to bear the burden of offending geniuses from the other 2 colleges. Of course, the most important thing is the 3 of them. They are not confident that they can kill all 3 of them here. Otherwise, he would never talk nonsense with the 3 of them. With a cold snort, the 3 of them did not take action, but chose to leave. After the 3 members of the Cheng family left, Bin Yang could finally relax completely. Lu Yexi looked at Yi Xinghe at this time, with some doubts in his beautiful eyes. She realized something. Yi Xinghe also has freezing abilities. Originally, she thought that Bin Yang was the only one on the Dongyao Mansion's battle master list who had the ability to kill a strong warrior from the Cheng family. In fact, this kid also has such strength. I was already thinking in my mind, could the deaths of those people from the Cheng family be related to Yi Xinghe? Of course, this is just Lu Yexi's speculation and there is no actual evidence. What if it's true? In Lu Yexi's eyes, that was really interesting. This guy Bin Yang helped Yi Xinghe resist and endured everything. Now he still wants to thank Yi Xinghe for his help. Lu Yexi, thank you. And this brother, you are from Star Academy. Thank you very much. At this time, Bin Yang thanked the 2 of them again. In any case, This time he met two people who were willing to help at critical moments so that he would not suffer a lot. Although he was confident that he could survive with the cooperation of these three powerful warriors from the Cheng family, injuries were inevitable. If there are any hidden physical dangers, then the academy battle in Dongyao Mansion will be a real headache for him. These are all trivial matters. Among the top 10 colleges in Dongyao Prefecture, we are like one family. We should help each other, as we should. Yi Xinghe laughed. Especially Lu Yexi, who was on the other side at the moment, had released his beast transformation and returned to his original appearance. Apparently, because of his encounter with Bin Yang and the battle spirit master from the Cheng family, he had temporarily given up his plan to fight Yi Xinghe. Bin Yang, there was a lot of rumors before, were you the one who killed those people in the Cheng family? Lu Yexi asked Bin Yang deliberately, while his eyes glanced at Yi Xinghe. Lu Yexi's look made Yi Xinghe calm on the surface, but already a little panicked in his heart. It seems that this woman is suspecting that he did what happened to the Cheng family. I have never met those guys from the Cheng family before, so how could it be me who did it? But those fools are so stubborn that they don't believe it at all. But it doesn't matter now whether I did it or not. Because in the conflict, I have already killed 2 strong warriors from the Cheng family, as well as dozens of 9-star battle masters. Bin Yang also has an indifferent expression now. Lu Yexi looked at Bin Yang with an expression of indifference and a bit of despair, and couldn't help but laugh out loud. And when Yi Xinghe listened to Bin Yang's words, he couldn't help but feel a little sympathy in his heart. Not only was he being blamed, but he was being completely dragged into the water. Indeed, as Bin Yang said, it is no longer important whether those members of the Cheng family committed suicide or not. No matter what, the Cheng family will not let him go easily. Lu Yexi, and brother Xinghe, why don't the 3 of us form a team together, so we can have someone to take care of us here? Bin Yang looked at Lu Yexi and Yi Xinghe. The strength of the 2 is not weak. With 2 people by his side, he could still completely get rid of the entanglement of the Cheng family in this world of space cracks. During this period, the world in this space rift is very unstable. It seems good to form a team. Yi Xinghe, what do you think? The meaning in Lu Yexi's words was that he agreed. However, he also asked Yi Xinghe. Can? Yi Xinghe agreed simply this time. This surprised Lu Yexi. Originally, if Yi Xinghe didn't agree, she would have wanted to talk to Yi Xinghe alone. Lu Yexi and Yi Xinghe agreed, making Bin Yang grin. If the 3 of them joined forces, in his eyes, mid-level 4th level monsters, and aliens should be able to kill them easily. Monsters, and aliens in the late 4th level can also be killed. On the other side, the 3 strong warriors from the Cheng family who were unwilling to leave had extremely ugly expressions. There are only 3 of them. If there were 3 more 4-star and 5-star warriors from the Cheng family, they would have dared to take action just now. As long as the 3 of them are dealt with at once, there won't be any trouble. This matter will not be given up easily. Gather enough strength to wipe out this genius on the Dongyao Mansion's battle master list. In this world of space cracks, there are still opportunities. If you leave here, it will be really difficult to take revenge. The Cheng family is not as good as Tianchong Academy, Junwu Academy, and even the lower-ranked Star Academy, who dare not confront them head-on. Gather the others quickly. The 3 of them will not leave this mountain range in a short time. The next shot is the only chance. The 5-star war spirit had a solemn tone. The 3 geniuses on the Dongyao Mansion's battle master list and everything in the storage ring may allow the Cheng family to recover all losses. After completing this hunt, they will definitely benefit from it. The world of space cracks, in this mountain range. Bin Yang, Yi Xinghe, and Lu Yexi combined to form a trio. In just a few days, the degree of cooperation between them has improved a lot. But after Yi Xinghe teamed up with the 2 of them, it became much easier to hunt down 4th-level monsters, and aliens. Although there will be a fair distribution among each other. But compared to being alone, the efficiency is much higher. In my storage ring, in addition to the things I left before, there are 30 other needed 4th-level monsters and monster inner elixirs, as well as 10 4th-level alien crystals. The energy contained in the spiritual objects is 10,000 points, which is all. Achieve. Yi Xinghe successfully redeemed a gold treasure chest. After the exchange was successful, Yi Xinghe naturally chose to open it. Open the golden treasure chest. Acquire an 8% increase in the power of the soul-slaying sword. The previous increase in the power of the soul-cutting sword had never reached 8%. The increase in power of the soul-killing knife directly affects many aspects of Yi Xinghe. After Shikai, the strength will increase. After understanding the swastika, the strength will also increase. After using Zanjetsu, swastika and hollow, the strength will also increase. At night, in an open area of the mountain range, Yi Xinghe had just redeemed the gold treasure box for a while. He was leaning against a tree and was asking the system about his combat strength. Based on Yi Xinghe's inquiry, the system will roughly estimate how powerful Yi Xinghe can fight against in his strongest posture. Hey, have you been in a daze for a while? What are you thinking about? But soon, Lu Yexi came to Yi Xinghe with a roasted and fragrant thunder-patterned chicken and handed it to Yi Xinghe. Lu Yexi found the cooperation during this period of time particularly interesting. Bin Yang is a bit more naive than she imagined. Lu Yexi was basically certain that Yi Xinghe was almost 90% responsible for observing the situation of the dead people in the Cheng family. But Bin Yang didn't seem to notice. Of course now everything has become a foregone conclusion. Because Bin Yang was subsequently hunted down, and also killed the Cheng family's powerful warriors, as well as many combat masters. So, she was still willing to keep this secret from Yi Xinghe. And Lu Yexi has always been the kind of girl who is more observant and careful. I always feel that Yi Xinghe has changed in a short period of time. But if I really asked her to tell me what the change was, she couldn't tell. Nothing. I was just in a daze for a while. Yi Xinghe smiled, yawned, and took the crispy on the outside and tender on the inside thunder-patterned chicken that Lu Yexi handed over. He took a bite. Brother Bin Yang, the grill is good. It's crunchy. Yi Xinghe now calls Bin Yang and also adds the word, brother. During the process of getting along, Yi Xinghe also felt that this Bin was brave and interesting, and he was really good at dealing with the world. This made Yi Xinghe always feel a little sorry for Bin Yang. After all, those guys from the Cheng family were killed by themselves. Brother Xinghe, I'm not bragging. In Tianji Academy, I'm a top-notch chicken maker. On the bonfire not far away, Bin Yang was still roasting 5 thunder-striped chickens. Applying the seasoning taken from the storage ring, Bin Yang's movements were really smooth. After eating, there's more. You're full. Bin Yang spoke again. Is there something I want to ask you? At this time, Lu Yexi hesitated for a moment and spoke to Yi Xinghe. Suddenly want to ask yourself something? Although Yi Xinghe was confused, he still nodded. As the power you awakened a weapon with attribute power. It is normal for people with superpowers to possess and use weapons. But Yi Xinghe's weapons gave Lu Yexi a different feeling. In fact, there are many people with such powers in Dongyao Mansion, and Lu Yexi has also encountered them, but Yi Xinghe is undoubtedly the most special one in her opinion. Yes, Yi Xinghe answered simply. There can be no hesitation at this time. It's true, the combat power of those who awaken supernatural weapons is amazing. I remember that in Tianjing Mansion, which is closest to our Dongyao Mansion, a man awakened an extremely powerful thunder attribute spear 100 years ago. During the 9-star war, when we were fighting together, we defeated 9 9-star battle spirit masters from Tianjing Mansion. Those 9 9-star battle spirit masters were all among the top 200 on the Tianjing Mansion battle spirit list. This battle shocked the entire Tianjing Mansion. But after that battle, he disappeared from Tianjing Mansion. Lu Yexi slowly spoke to Yi Xinghe. Yi Xinghe really didn't know anything about this matter. As Lu Yexi said, this was all 100 years ago. Moreover, the other party has disappeared. If he still appears in Tianjing Mansion, he should be very famous. Of course, you are still far behind that senior. Because you may not be able to beat me. Lu Yexi said and raised an eyebrow at Yi Xinghe. Yi Xinghe just smiled at this time, he didn't want to fight Lu Yexi. As for the senior he mentioned, judging from his description alone, he was indeed very strong. But my current self is no worse than that senior. Especially the power of his soul-cutting sword has been increased to 28%. By the way, what do you think will happen to Chu Shi in the Space Rift world that has caused a lot of commotion recently? Lu Yexi changed his topic and talked about Chu poetry. In the past few days, the three of them met other people with supernatural powers, and wanted to buy some information from them. When those superpowers knew it was Liu Yexi and Bin Yang, they didn't dare to accept any benefits at all. The information and intelligence that can be provided will be given free of charge. Maybe he will die. Yi Xinghe spoke slowly. From the information obtained, the siege Chu Shi faced became more and more terrifying each time. But this woman is really strong. Not only was he able to break out of the siege, but he also seemed to be getting stronger each time. In the battle, improve and break through. Even though he is still a 9-star battle master, he can already collide head-on with the 9-star battle spirit. No, maybe I will die. But I will definitely. Liu Yexi looked at Yi Xinghe. The Xie family is very scary when they get serious. The Xie family dispatched more powerful warriors from Qingyang City. They are not the first batch of powerful warriors to enter here. The terrifying strength of those war spirits, if not for their age, would be enough to enter the Dongyao Mansion war spirit list. Isn't it rumored by the outside world that Chu Shi is Dongxi's woman? If my woman is in danger, Laozi will save her at all costs, or we may die together. At this time, Bin Yang, who was roasting thunder pattern chicken not far away, said, Bin Yang, do you think all men are affectionate and righteous? That winter lion may not be Chu Shi's man, even if he is. How to break out of the siege? Don't forget, even if you can fight out of the world of space cracks, the outside world there may even be a war king from the Xie family. War king. These two words came out of Liu Yexi's mouth with a much heavier tone. This is also an important reason why she thinks Chu Shi will definitely die. I hope everyone will support it and subscribe more.